We did it, chat. We did it. We hit the 10K mark. It happened. It happened. You know what? Let's get the stream. We should have done this. We should have done this before we started, obviously. But it's a little late. It's a little late now. So let's get the stream appropriate for a celebration because we did it, chat. We did it. So let's see. What could we do? What could we do? I got an idea. What's up, everybody? Olivia G, Gina, what's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. It's a celebration today. We hit the 10K mark. We finally hit the 10K mark. It feels like it took forever, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of a grind to 10K. So we did it, chat. We did it. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Fu Man? What's up, PJ? Everybody's just as excited as I am for this glorious day. For this glorious day here. Everyone is just as excited. I love to see it. Love to see it. Blake, what's up? What's up, Blake? What's up, AC? I remembered what to call you. I remembered what to call you. Smoke a bong, somebody says. Hey, if I smoked that kind of substance, maybe I would do that. But we'll have to find another way to celebrate. What's up, Sam? Welcome, dude. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Sam? I'm trying to let's see. I'm trying to get the comments pulled up on my second monitor over here. Let's see. How's everyone doing today, man? It's a good day. It is a good day. Let's see. I can't really find anything other than this. So, this is what we're going to use. This will have to do. This will have to do. Right there. Yeah, man, it feels like it took forever to get here, but in all reality, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but real talk though, guys. I have every single one of you to thank for this. So, if it wasn't for you guys, we definitely wouldn't be here. Let's see. We can let the Discord know that we are live. 10K, 10K. Hey, honestly, I never thought we'd see the day. I mean, I always, don't get me wrong, like I had high hopes for the channel and everything, but when we first started out, like when we first got going, like that grind to like 1K, I never would have, you know, assumed that one day we'd be sitting at 10K. So, pretty big freaking deal. Hey, I appreciate that, Joseph. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So, what exactly are we gonna be doing for this 10K? Now that I'm unsure of, but we'll figure it out. I'll probably just hang out here with you guys and see what happens. This is kind of spur of the moment. I don't really have anything planned. I wasn't sure when we'd hit the big 10K right there. There it is. Wasn't sure when we'd hit the big 10K, but I think it happened. I think it happened last night. Last night actually. So let's see. We gotta sneak that 10K in there somewhere. Somewhere. Right there. That'll do. We'll just stick it right up there. What's up, Cassie? Watching it tick over to 10K was awesome. You actually got to watch that? Nice. Nice. I think it officially happened at some point while I was asleep last night. So, I think that's when it officially went down. So I didn't get to personally watch it tick over to the big 10K, but I woke up and checked it cuz I was like there's a chance we might have hit it. And I was like, what do you know? What do you know? We did. We'll have to stream today. Hey, I appreciate it, Cassie. Like I said, it's a huge shout out to every single one of you, man, because it wouldn't have been possible without you guys. Obviously, I mean that kind of goes without saying, but if you guys wasn't watching the videos or doing what you do for the channel, we just simply put we wouldn't be here. So it goes without saying, but at the same time, I think you guys deserve to all give yourselves a big pat on the back right now. A big pat on the back right now. Because again, without you guys, none of it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. So I really do appreciate it. What's up, Toxic? A glass of wine will do the work. AC says marathon. Do a marathon, maybe like a marathon stream to celebrate 10K today. Just stay on here and stream for most of the day or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We need to do something, but most importantly, I just wanted to thank you guys. I just wanted to thank all of you guys. You're probably going to get sick of hearing that today, but I feel like it's owed, definitely. I feel like it's owed. Gaining and gaining, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. Like, there's something about the 10K number when it comes to YouTube. I don't know what it is, but I think once people start to take you a little bit more seriously, I think when they see that big 10K. Does that make sense? They're more likely to give your videos and to give your content a chance when they see that 10K. So there's something about that big 10K number. There's something special about it. I appreciate that, Healing. Thank you. Much deserved. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's definitely something special about that big 10K. I would, Cassie, but that hardcore Minecraft world is gone. Like I died, so you can't play it anymore. Like you literally that's the whole point behind the hardcore mode. Once you die, it's over. There's no more playing on it. Like I couldn't even if I wanted to. I agree with you, Olivia. I agree with you 110%. I truly believe that once you hit that number, once you hit that 10K number, it becomes a lot easier to grow. So, hey, what's up, Brian? Heading to the doctor for the first time in forever. I think anybody would be a little bit nervous about that. But remember, dude, there's nothing wrong with the way that you feel. There's nothing wrong with the way that you feel. The way that you feel is not the problem. It's what you're telling yourself about the way that you feel, right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So keep that in mind. Stay focused. Are you going to post consistently, like going live or upload every week on the same day? We're just going to keep doing what we normally do. We're going to try to do our daily streams. We're going to try to stick to our daily streams. I mean, granted, every now and then we do miss a day here and there, but for the most part, we're gonna try to stick to those daily streams. Oh, like a new one. Just create a new one. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Olivia, but there's just something special about the 10K mark. I don't know. Something special about it. So, yeah, I'm excited, dude. Like I said, I didn't get to actually watch it like tick over myself, but I knew that it would probably happen overnight sometime last night. So as soon as I woke up, I checked it. As soon as I woke up, I checked it. Oh, no problem, Brian. Take your time, dude. By the way, I didn't have time to update you, Brian, but I got it all figured out now, dude. Pretty much. You don't have to worry about it. I got a few things figured out today, actually. Yay, 10K. What's up, Maddie? 4:37 a.m. here, and I woke up. Don't know what I did. My can't move it. Epic pain to the point I can only pant, not breathe. Fun times. Hey, you must have twisted it in your sleep or something. It happens. That shit sucks. That shit sucks. Been there, done that. It's not fun when you twist your neck and you sleep or sleep on it the wrong way. It's definitely not a good time. You know what? You know what? Why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here on our 10K sub day with no music? We got to get a little bit of music going, man. At least, right? Got to get a little bit of music going at least. Let's see. I don't want it too loud. Don't want it too loud. Keep you in my ear. All right, all right. So we're going with you. Okay. Okay. We did. We did, Brian. We hit 10K, dude. We hit 10K at some point. At some point last night, we hit 10K. Laura coming in with the wow. Congrats, WB. I appreciate it, Laura. Thank you so much. It's one of those moments where it has. I'm gonna be completely honest. It like hasn't completely sank in yet, because for a long time, like the part of this whole channel, the part that sticks out to me the most was that grind to 1K. That's the part that I remember the most, because that grind to 1K was extremely long, extremely tedious, extremely difficult. So that's what sticks out in my mind the most. So the fact that we're sitting at 10K now, it's like I don't even think it's sunk in yet. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's sunk in yet. I've had, you guys know I've had a lot going on in my life here recently, so I haven't even had time to really absorb it yet. But yes, we did break 10K. That is huge. That is huge. What song is this? This is Roy Knox, Lost in Sound Magic Release. Last 2K was hard, yeah. I don't think anything will compare to how difficult that first 1K was, though. Either that first 1K or that first 100, man, that was tedious. I don't know which was worse, the first 1K or the first 100, because when you're just getting started, man, that's when nobody's watching. That's when nobody's paying attention. Nobody really cares what you have to say, and understandably, right? Nobody knows you. So when you first start, man, that's got to be the most tedious part about doing YouTube. So the fact that we're sitting at 10K now, I'm going to be honest, it hasn't really sunk in yet. But it is a reality. We officially have broke 10K subscribers, chat. We have officially broke 10K subscribers, chat. So I have you guys to thank for that. I have every one of you to thank for that. So what's everyone up to today? What's everyone doing today on this Saturday? Enjoying your day, I hope. I know Brian is heading to the doctor, so it's a fun way to spend your Saturday, right? It'll go well for you, I believe, Brian. Don't sweat it, dude. Don't sweat it. What's everyone else up to on this Saturday? Stumbled across your first video yesterday. You sounded completely different. It was so I touched on that subject actually not long ago. A few years back, I think we talked about that topic. It got brought up. I sounded completely different in my first few videos for a couple reasons. One of those reasons was I used to film on an old iPhone. It was like an iPhone 5. It was, or maybe a 6, I don't know, but it was an extremely old lime green iPhone that I would film on, and I didn't even have so much as an external mic to hook up to it. I was just using the microphone for the iPhone. So that's one reason I sound a lot different in my earlier videos. Another reason was, believe it or not, and a lot of you guys might not believe this, but believe it or not, I was pretty nervous. I was pretty nervous during those first couple videos. You have to remember, my first videos, I was just coming out of sensitization, basically. I had just gotten to the point where I was like, I feel 100% better, and I'm going to start making videos now. So I had just like started transitioning to 100%, what I would call 100% feeling like myself again, and I wasn't used to being on camera, so I was extremely I was nervous on the inside a little bit. So yeah, there's a couple reasons why I sounded completely different in my first few videos. Just got off work. Awesome. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Congrats. Hey, thank you, dude. Denise, thank you so much for the $20 tip. Says, hey, celebrate good times. Come on. Hey, I appreciate you, Denise. Thank you so much for the $20 tip, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. That does help me a lot, especially these days. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. 6S, the current one, right? It was a really old one. It was a really old iPhone that I used to film on. Today I have my son and his maid over. Both have behavior disorders together. It's like having two tornadoes going on at the same time. So you've definitely got your hands full, Cassie. You've got your hands full, and you've got me in your ears. So let's get it. Let's see. I'm gonna grab me something to drink real quick. Take me 2 seconds. I'm almost back, chat. I am almost back. Oh. Hey man, I appreciate all the love, guys. Thank you. Let's see here. When are you going to play some video games apart from this chatting stream? The video games kind of fall on the back burner, you know what I mean? Like as far as streaming goes. Because honestly, I mean, when I do video game streams, maybe max like 4 people watch those, so it's like they kind of have to fall on the back burner a bit. Let's see. Hey, no worries, Cassie. No worries. Nobody ever has to feel obligated to tip. Those old videos are what got me watching. They were very relatable and humble. I'm glad you're here, Denise. I'm glad they got you hooked in. I'm such a fangirl, man. Haha. If I seen a celebrity, I'd be like, oh, cool. But if I saw Wonder Bro in public, I'd freak out, dude. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I promise. I'm completely normal. You might actually be a bit disappointed with how normal I am. You enjoy chatting? I do, yeah. Well, I mean, normally we don't do just chatting streams. We always do a bit of chatting at the end of the main point of the stream. Yeah, we do that. But usually, usually we've got a main point of the stream going and all that good stuff. I will check that out, Ghost. Yeah, I'll check that out as soon as let's see. I can actually do that right now. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know that. Congrats on 10K. Thank you, Seasonal. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, guys, as far as what we're going to be doing today to celebrate this big milestone, I'm not really sure. I seen that we hit 10K overnight, and I did what I needed to do today, and I jumped on and wanted to thank you guys. So here we are. Here we are. I don't know where we'll go from here, but not TikToking. Not a fan of TikTok, I take it, Denise. Honestly, I didn't jump on the whole TikTok craze for a long time, and finally I caved, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna download TikTok, see what it's all about, see if it's any good. There's actually some pretty funny videos on there. I scroll the TikToks from time to time. It really depends on who you follow. There's a lot of interesting and funny videos on there, but it just depends on who you follow. Soundtrack's kind of awesome. It is a really good playlist. I don't normally use this playlist though, because like our streams are not about being hype, so I usually pick a more laid back playlist. But I mean, it's 10K, dude. We gotta have some hype music going, right? Some people prefer the certainty of misery over the misery of uncertainty. I like that. Just saw this. Yes, 10K. Yes, what's up, Mint? Welcome. Some are cool, but some are outlandish. Agreed. Agreed. I mean, like I said, it really depends on who you follow on TikTok because that's going to determine your entire feed, right? So it's going to determine your entire feed on there. I like to think my feed is actually pretty good. Whenever I'm extremely bored with literally nothing to do, that's what I'll do a little bit of TikTok and there's always people there for hours doing dances over and over. Spend a solid hour, do the same dance, trying to perfect it and look so funny. I mean, to each their own, I guess. At least they're having fun, right? At least they're having fun. No, you're good, Ghost. You're good. No problem, dude. I appreciate you letting me know. I honestly thought about actually doing TikToks. You know what I mean? Instead of just watching TikToks, I thought about actually making and doing TikToks because some people have recommended it. They're like, you know, you could definitely grow the YouTube channel if you do some stuff on TikTok, like mental health related stuff on TikTok. And I don't know, I've kind of been tossing the idea around. There was a few nights there where I was like, yeah, let's make a TikTok, and then I just never did. So, I don't know. Hey, Seasonal. Seasonal, thank you so much for the $5 tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Keep in mind, guys. If you use the link in the description to tip, that's what gets it to come up on screen and stuff, which is really cool. But as you're going through there, it might ask you if you want to select like a special gift to use or whatever. And if you do select a special gift, which is the little movie it plays or whatever you want to call it, I'm trying to make it this understandable. If you do select one of those, it like signs you up for their like premium user thing, which is like $4 or $5 a month or something. Some people accidentally do that; they don't read it. That money does not go to me. That monthly premium thing does not go to me. You can cancel that at any time. Just check your statement or whatever. You can cancel it. Some people have made that mistake in the past. They didn't read it all the way through. So anytime I see a special GIF come up on screen, I like to let people know that. You can go and cancel that because that does not go to me each month or something. That's like their service or whatever. You deserve it, dude. Thank you for helping me. I appreciate you, Seasonal. Thank you so much for the $5 tip. Yeah, I don't know about the TikTok thing, man. Like I said, there's been several times where I'm like, okay, let's make a TikTok. These, they might be onto something here, and I just never did. About to walk in the doctor. I accept. I accept. Dang it. No second fear. No second fear. Catch that shit. Catch that shit. Turn it into an accepting attitude and get right back into living, man. Two main keys all the way. Practice. Do it whether you feel like doing it or not, because what's the alternative? A fight. And what good is that? I can't find Jesse. We can't find Jesse, chat. Does anyone know where Jesse is? We can't find Jesse. We can't find Jesse. Anyone know how to tell me how to uncrinkle my neck? What on earth did I do to it in my sleep? Honestly, you probably just slept on it wrong. I've done that before. It should go away. Should go away on its own rather soon. Sometimes it could take a minute though. It could take a minute. But I know the pain that you are experiencing. It is not fun when you sleep on your neck the wrong way. It is not fun. What song is this? Music got slow all of a sudden. And even Terry. I don't know where Terry is. I mean, it is like Saturday, so chances are they're probably doing their own thing right now. A lot of people I think it was a few days ago we were talking about it. A lot of people were talking about the book that I may or may not be working on, right? Little mystery, got to add a little mystery there. So a lot of people were talking about that. I just kind of wanted to update you on you know, all of you guys on that. If there is a little book in store for you guys, the likelihood that it will be published like anytime relatively soon might not be that high, because there's a lot of hoops I still have to jump through as far as a book is concerned. Um, but if there is a book that might be published one day, I will keep you guys updated on that. Thanks for all you do for the anxious community. You are truly a guru. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that, Paul. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Oh, my nose started itching all of a sudden. I'm also going to, let's see. I'm also going to drop the Discord real quick. For anybody who wants to join us over there on the Discord chat. And in the end, Cassie, nothing happened. Never does it? Nothing life-threatening or life-ending ever truly happens, and it's all the bluff of anxiety. You gotta love it, but it's how you react to it, right? It's what it all comes down to, what you tell yourself about it. Whether you obsess over it or whether you accept it and move on with your day. Rinse and repeat. What's up, Mike? Hey, late but here. Congratulations. Hey, I appreciate it, Mike. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Like I was telling everybody in chat earlier, it hasn't really sunk in yet. You're practicing, Cassie. You'll get it down. You'll get it down. You'll get it down eventually. You're practicing. You're practicing. Nothing wrong with practice, man. Nothing wrong with practice. You're not perfect. Nobody here is perfect, right? That's okay. That's part of being human. So cool to be at the 10K mark, guy. Can just do a happy little dance. Yes. Yeah, I noticed I've been watching less other anxiety channels and less Googling about anxiety recovery because this advice kind of covers it all and is not complicated. Really glad you feel that way, Mint. In my personal opinion, it's much better to keep it simple. It's much better to keep the amount of information that you are absorbing and taking in about anxiety to a minimum. That way you just get what you need and you can put it into practice instead of spending all of your time doing the obsessing, right? Instead of spending all of your time doing the worrying and the where does this fit in and where does that fit in and what about this and what about that, just get some straight, simple, straightforward advice, get that understanding, put it to use, right? I feel like that's crucial. I feel like that's crucial. There's nothing wrong with learning. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with learning. You got to learn it to use it, but in my opinion, you should keep it as simple for yourself as possible. Because if you're spending a whole lot of time sitting around wondering how to get out of anxiety, well then you're already in a fighting state, right? Switch to the post stream for just a second, guys. You know what the ironic thing about that statement though is, meant when we ask ourselves the question, is this acceptance thing actually going to work for me? You can smell the resistance in that, right? You can like already smell the second fear in that. So that's kind of the ironic thing about those kind of questions, which I'm sure you're already very much aware of that. Sure, you're already very much aware of that. I used to visit Dr. Google's office at least 50 times a day. We've all been there. I think we've all been there. Honestly, I used to say it all the time, and people think I'm like kind of joking, and I guess I am in a way. But in a way I'm not when I say that Google honestly put me where I was with anxiety. I really do believe that in a way. Like I know that that was my choice, and but I didn't know any better at the time. So it's like having access to Google and all of this like crap information and fear mongering type information, like having access to all that and not knowing any better, it's like a recipe for disaster. So in a way, I'm joking around when I say that, but in a way I'm not. Like Google really did a number on me, dude. It really did. I mean, it serves its purpose in the end, though. I mean, I'm assuming Google or something related to it's how you found this channel, so it can be beneficial. But at the same time, it's like, ugh, it can get really nasty. It can get really nasty with the second fear when you get Dr. Google involved. You're right, Denise. No better way than to greet those thoughts and feelings with an accepting attitude and then get right back to living. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Completely agree with you, Maddie. Completely agree with you. The doubting method. Doubting the method, yes. I never did the Google thing. I rented the rooms in my house out to nurses that worked at the hospital near me. Wow. Wow, I've never heard that one before. That one's new. Hey, regardless of what you done, haven't done, whatever, you're starting to catch on to all of this second fear crap. Congrats, mate. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it, dude. I'll be back on the face cam there in just a second, guys. Thank you, Brandon. Though I appreciate that, dude. Like I keep telling everybody that pops in, it hasn't really sank in yet. But wow, 10K, dude, 10K. Pretty huge milestone. I forgot that we never fixed our music on this screen. We need to do that. Oh well. I'll do that eventually. I couldn't tell if you were joking or not, Cassie. Okay, so you weren't. Like, Second Fear actually drove you to do that. Hey, I mean, it happens. It happens. I've taken back in my day. I took many crazy different protection stances and done many different crazy compulsions. I'm painting with watercolors for the second time in a long while. Good way to celebrate 10K. I like it. Nice. My docs laughed at me right out of their offices. I would get mad at them, but now I know they were right. Yeah, so it's kind of ironic in that way. Eventually, it gets to the point where the people that we confide in most, they're like, "Look, you know, this is what this is, and there is nothing wrong with you." And to a lot of people out there, you're like, "Yeah, but I feel this way. I feel this certain way, and I feel this way, and I know you keep saying there's nothing wrong, but I feel this way." And it's like they're just like not taking you seriously. And you know, in a way it makes you angry, in a way it makes you frustrated, but at the end of the day they are right. I mean, there's no, you really can't deny that. At the end of the day they are right. And it gets to a point where they're just like they kind of give up on trying to convince you of that, because you got to see it for yourself. You know what I mean? You got to see it for yourself, and it's awesome that you eventually made that realization, Denise. I do know Andy. Andy's awesome. He sends his congrats. Nice. Hey, Paul. Paul, thank you for the $10 tip, Paul. I think it was more than 10, but PayPal kind of took some fees or whatever. But Paul, thank you for the $10 tip, dude. I really appreciate it, man. Let's add that to the to today's tip goal. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Hey, let's show some love, man. Let's show some love in the chat. Paul, Seasonal Mommy, Denise, thank you guys so much for your tips today. I really do appreciate it. Congratulations, bro. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. They were like, I need to work on people with real problems now. It's kind of what I mean in a way. Like, it eventually gets to the point where they reassure you so much that they don't really take it seriously anymore. And it's not because they don't care. I understand it's easy to get aggravated and frustrated. But you got to understand, like, at some point, they're just like, well, you know, they're going to have to realize this for themselves. We've told them I don't know how many times, right? So it's easy to take that the wrong way. He on Twitch streaming too. Hey, well, tell Andy that I said thank you, and I hope he has a great stream, man. Congrats on the 10K. Thank you, Giant dude. I appreciate it, man. I keep saying it over and over, but it really has not completely sank in yet. It's just so much going on here recently, and I'm just, you know, just hasn't sank in yet, but it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. Wouldn't be here without you guys, man. As always. As always, I would not be here without you guys. You guys know that. You know that. At the doctor, whenever I go get my injections, they go to take my vitals first, and they see my blood pressure and get all tense, and I'm just like, hey, I have anxiety disorder. It's going to be high. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Let them know it is what it is. When I first got sensitized, I used to check everything was off and locked up like 20 times. Hold on, I locked up like 20 times and then leave the house waiting for mate to pick me up just so I couldn't check again. Yeah, I mean, when you're going through it and you've got all these crazy compulsions and protection mechanisms that you use to try to keep your anxiety down, all these crazy hoops that you jump through, You know, when you're going through that, it can be exhausting, dude. It can be exhausting. It can also be exhausting to drop all that and to practice through acceptance. I get that that can be just as exhausting, but you're going to be anxious either way. One way is going to set you free. So that's a good way to look at it, right? Go at your own pace, of course, but the way I kind of view it is you're going to be anxious either way. So my doctors just said this kid is just a hypochondriac and sent me home. Would have been great if they had been able to refer me, since I obviously had debilitating anxiety, but glad to be here now. So, yeah, like I said, in one, you know, in one way, it's understandable that they get frustrated after a while, but in another way, it's like, you know, that's a good point that you just made. Maybe they could be a bit more knowledgeable on what's going on, and they could refer you to the right people at that point. So I get your point there too. At least let the person know what's going on, right? At least let them know what's going on. Once you let them know that they're dealing with anxiety, I understand if you get a bit frustrated if they keep coming back to your office or whatever every single day. I understand maybe you'll get a bit frustrated at that point, but at least let them know what's going on so they can go to the right people, right? Don't just blow it off. Yeah, Brandon, it's a cycle, dude. Like you can only satisfy those compulsions for so long, man. For so long, and then it's just you're a hamster in a hamster wheel. Much as I am still in the thick of the recovery process, I catch more glimpses of the potential to get my life back. Trying to be patient and let it come naturally. Try to be patient. Try to let it come naturally. Try to be neutral, non-judgmental to your thoughts and feelings. Accept them, accepting attitude, and then turn that attention, get right back into living, right? Instead of fighting with it all. That's the thing we're cutting out, the fight. Glimpses are awesome, yeah. I get times like that too where I catch myself thinking, what a nice day, I should go out somewhere. What? Did I just think I wanted to go out? Right? It's a gradual process, guys. It's a gradual process, and you'll get there. Just keep practicing. Dr. Claire Weeks loved the word practice, and I do too. We don't, you know, nobody should expect anybody to be perfect, because I definitely wasn't perfect at it. You know, I didn't cut all my compulsions out overnight. I didn't stop fighting overnight, right? There was days where I fought and I know I shouldn't have. Ups and downs, you know, all these things tend to happen, and that's okay. That's normal. You've got the idea. You've got the seed planted, and now you're practicing to the best of your ability. Now it's up to you to decide, do I need to be practicing a little bit? Do I need to be a little bit more dedicated, a little bit more consistent? You ask yourself that question, you answer that question, you decide where to go from there. But the seed has been planted, the practice has started, and now you decide whether or not you need to get more consistent and more dedicated. You answer that, right? You answer that. You answer that. Hey, again though, guys, real quick, shout out to Paul, man. Shout out to Seasonal Mommy. Shout out to Denise. I'm like 90% sure I missed somebody. Seasonal Mommy. Shout out to Seasonal Mommy. No, I already mentioned that. Denise, Paul, and actually, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your tips. Congrats, man. Thank you, Gabe. What's up, dude? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to our little 10K hangout. I wish I had something a bit more special planned, but you guys know my life has been extremely crazy here recently, a lot going on, so I, you know, didn't really have the time or, you know, whatever to really plan something a bit more special, but to me this works. To me this works. I love just hanging out with you guys. Like, that's enough. That's enough for me. Agreed, Sam. Thank you, guys. Agreed. Thank you. Playing some Mass Effect chilling. Got a negative test for COVID, so I'm in good shape. Nice, dude. Nice. Glad you got those results. Mass Effect sounds awesome right now. It's been a while since I've dove into the Mass Effect games, but I'll never forget all the cozy nights that I spent playing, I believe it was Mass Effect 2, and there's a certain soundtrack that I really like on Mass Effect 2. I don't know the name of it or anything, but Many cozy nights spent playing Mass Effect 2. I think it was 2. I don't know. It was the one where you could probe planets. You know which one I'm talking about? Maybe you can do that in all of them. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for that, Cassie. The remasters are so good, bro. You know, I honestly don't think I played the remasters. I don't even think I knew there was remasters. I'm gonna have to look into that. You can play Mass Effect on the PC, right? Because back when I played it, it was on a console. That was long before I even had a PC. Honestly though, switching from console to PC was probably the best decision I ever made. I don't know, I love it, dude. I was really a bit frightened at first. You know, thinking to myself, how am I going to go from always using a controller like my entire life to playing with keyboard and mouse? Like, is that even going to be possible for me? Like, I was honestly a little bit worried about it, but I made the adjustment from controller to keyboard and mouse pretty easy. Pretty easy. You get the muscle memory down, and you're golden. Anybody can do it. Since starting practicing acceptance, I haven't had any of those joy bubbles, but haven't cried as many times either. Been very tired and irritable. I try to think that's normal, but I don't know. It is normal. You got to think about it. Your body and mind's been through a lot, right? So picture this. You're trying to practice something and you're trying to build a new habit and you're trying to replace a bad habit that you've had for a very long time, I assume. A very strong bad habit. So you got to think about it in this way. Your mind and body has been through a lot, and on top of that, you're trying to break a very bad habit. That's tiring. That is tiring, right? But you're going to see the benefits. So, you're going to be anxious and tired either way, whether you keep fighting or whether you build this new good habit of acceptance, right? So, you're going to be tired and anxious pretty much either way, is the way that I look at it. You might as well. You might as well go the right way. So, to be irritable, to be tired, to be a bit exhausted, um, all very normal parts of the journey, in my opinion. And I think everybody in chat can kind of agree with that. My PS4 is starting to make the whole "you've used me so long that I'm going to make a loud noise. Do you know I'm about to blow up soon?" thing. So I'm saving for a PS5. Any day now, the PS4 will grow. Yeah, I've got a PS4, and anytime I turn it on, it sounds like a rocket ship, dude. Sounds like a rocket ship getting ready to take off. I tried to clean it out and shit, but you know, it didn't make much of a difference. Maybe a little bit. Hey, Michael, what's up, dude? What's up, Michael? Just a bad habit. That's all it is. That's all it is. People tend to overcomplicate it. People tend to overthink it, but at the end of the day, it's a bad habit. Whether you fight with your thoughts and give them too much of your time, whether you fight with your feelings and tell yourself horror stories about them, it's all just a bad habit at the end of the day. Isn't that what that is? Think about it, chat. It's just a bad habit. So stop looking at it as something, this big huge thing that you can't control. Like, you know what I mean? Stop looking at it as something that you can't make changes to, because you absolutely can control and break a bad habit. Anybody can break a bad habit. It just takes time, consistency, and dedication, right? Dogs can't operate MRI machines, but cats can. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Hilarious. That actually was kind of funny. Not gonna lie. I've been much more exhausted after starting in acceptance. I think part of it is that I have become so accustomed to living primarily in fear that it's super strange to break free. It is a bit foreign, it is a bit weird because you're so, like you said, accustomed to living in fear. So all very normal things that I'm hearing here. All very normal things that I'm hearing. It's just a bad habit. Tony, what's up, dude? I roll my eyes at negative thoughts now and don't follow them, or if I do catch myself, I tell them and have imaginary arguments in my head. So let me reread that. I tell them I don't care. Okay, wait. So I think there was a bit of a mistake. I roll my eyes at negative thoughts now and don't follow them, or if I do catch myself, I tell them I don't care. Okay. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. If you're having arguments though that go on for far too long, we need to cut it out because you're just giving them energy, right? So roll your eyes. I don't care. Thank you for these thoughts. Come again if you'd like. You know, these are all very short, sweet, accepting statements that you could use. I don't really care what attitude you adopt. You can be more aggressive. You can be more neutral. As long as there's no fight, as long as there's a willingness to have these thoughts and feelings, right? And you're not fighting with them. You're not adding to them. That's a good way to put it. Adding to them. You're not adding to anything. You're just accepting what comes, thoughts and feelings. And if you do catch yourself adding to them, you're reminding yourself, whatever. You know, these thoughts can come if they want. These feelings can come if they want. I'm going to get right back to eating my beef and bean burrito, right? Or whatever the case may be. So you're on the right track, Paul. I just wanted to correct you on that one thing. We don't want to argue too long with these thoughts, or at all, really, ideally. We want to give them an accepting attitude. We want to give these feelings an accepting attitude, and we want to get right back to living, right? It's all an energy exchange. We're not pouring energy into these things anymore, right? How you doing today, Tony, man? We're just celebrating 10K by hanging out, dude. It's a good day. Good day. All right, guys. I'm going to switch to the BRB screen for just a little while. I'm going to grab a quick snack, man, because we might be here for a little bit today as we celebrate 10K. So let me run, use the bathroom, grab a little snack, all that good stuff. Be patient, and I will be right back. I hope you're still here. I love seeing you. God. I just got me some hot dogs. Mmm. Hey, take it easy, Sam. I just dropped my phone on my face while watching. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. Like a ridiculous amount. Congrats on 10K. Thank you so much, Tony. Oh, that's what I meant. I don't have imaginary arguments in my head. Okay, good deal. Good deal, Paul. I'm glad you got the right idea. So I'm a plain Jane kind of guy, right? I don't have, I don't put a bunch of ketchup and mustard and all this crap on my hot dogs. I just good old plain hot dog. Now, sometimes I might sprinkle some cheese on it if I'm feeling really fancy, or I might do a little bit of chili if I'm feeling, a certain kind of way. But for the most part, what's wrong with a good old plain fashioned plain hot dog, right? ASMR. Yeah, boys. What's up, Gordon, dude? Welcome to our little 10K hangout, man. This hot dog's kind of spicy. Spicy hot dog. The hot dog makes me crave a spring roll. What is that? I don't think I've ever heard of that. I know I've been a little MIA lately, but I've been just trying to put this accepting thing into action. Hey, you do you, Tony, man. I'm proud of you, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, dude. Congratulations. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, thank you. Fries. Now, I know what fries are. I know what fries are. Spring rolls. Wait. I might know what you're talking about. Let me do a quick little Google search here. Oh, my apologies. A spring roll, so like an egg roll, right? Like basically just an egg roll. Wait, everybody's from like different countries and stuff. That's probably where we're off a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely where we're off, right? A spring roll looks just like an egg roll to me. It looks just like an egg roll. I mean, hold on. I'll show you guys. This is what an egg roll is in my country. This is an egg roll. Alright, so there's an egg roll. Now you guys told me to try a spring roll. And literally, this is what a spring roll looks like. I mean, either they're the same exact thing and we just call them something different because we're in different countries, or they could be twins. One or the other. One or the other there. Because I think they're the same exact thing. Info Google is good, just no Dr. Google. You're right. So while I'm accepting, I've had like this weird boost of energy. Hey, welcome back to living, dude. Right? Well, yeah, I mean, egg rolls don't have eggs either. That's just what they're called. That's just what they're called. They've got like meat and veggies and stuff like that in them. So, yeah, we're talking about literally the exact same thing. It's just we call them different things in our countries. We call them egg rolls, but they're not literally filled with like eggs. They're filled with like veggies and meat and stuff like that. Why is my nose? Oh, allergies, man. Thanks for everything. I watch your videos every day and they have helped me so much. I'm getting better. That's awesome, Andrew. Keep it up, dude. Happy to hear that. Keep it up, man. Darn it, I don't want to eat at 5 a.m., but I'm hungry. Hey. Congrats on 10K, Keith. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's what it is. An egg roll and a spring roll is literally the same thing, I think, and we just call them different things. I think we've solved this mystery. Sounds like you're on the right track, Tony. It really does, dude. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, chat? That on our 10K stream, breaking 10K, that we'd be talking about egg rolls and spring rolls and just whatever kind of rolls. That's why I love it here. It's so unpredictable and it's great. That's why I love you guys. That's why I love this chat. Just found you a week ago and I'm loving your streams. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you enjoy it around here. Thanks to you, and thanks to you, Tony. Give yourself some credit, dude. I might have pointed you in the right direction, but you're the one who are making all the steps. So give yourself some credit and be proud of yourself. You should be. You absolutely should be. Why do they call them egg or spring rolls? Change in universally to veg rolls. My gosh, does English not make sense? I mean, That'd be the simple way to do it. Why, you know. But why be simple when life can be so weird and complicated, right? I'm glad I decided to stop for a moment to go get some hot dogs, because if I wouldn't have, I'd be starving right now with all of this spring and egg roll talk. I missed 17 minutes. Why am I not getting notifications? Simply put, because the YouTube notification bell sucks butt. That's probably why you're getting late notifications. I don't know why it does that. I really do not know why it does that. But some people say that that happens, and it's out of my control. I wish it wasn't like that. But you could join us on the Discord if you would like. I try to send out live notifications on the Discord. But yeah, I don't know why that happens. It's out of my control. I hate it, but what can you do about it? What can you do about it? Because then it would be called... I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to attempt to pronounce this Swedish name here. And I want you to be completely honest with me, Instant. Alright? I want you to be completely honest with me. Also, truth, if you're not getting any notifications at all, make sure you've got the notification bell ring. It's the little bell icon beside, I think it's beside the subscribe button, right guys? Make sure you've got that ring. Make sure you got that turned on. Okay, I'm honestly gonna give my best shot at pronouncing this Swedish word here. Okay. Gran sa kas Gran sa kasrula. Granska Skrul. I sound German. Granska Srula. I give up. I give up. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not getting any at all. That's weird, but you got the notification bell clicked? I don't know. That's strange. Yeah, that's out of my control. I don't know why that's happening to some people. Congrats on achieving 10K. Thank you so much, Joyce. I appreciate you. Thank you. My brother had his own hot dog business, made Chicago dogs, chili dogs, and such. Nice. I would die for one of those. That sounds great. I love this. Thank you. Languages are so funny. I tried, man. I gave it my best shot. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Granska something. It could be in your phones, guys. If you've got the notification bell clicked, it could be, the problem could be in your phones. Try going to your settings on whatever device you have and seeing if you've got notifications for YouTube turned on. Because if you've got that turned off in your phone, where you're not getting notifications for the YouTube app, but you've got the bell turned on for my channel, it won't make a difference. Like if you've got your overall YouTube notifications turned off, it won't matter. You won't get my, you know, it won't matter if you've got the bell clicked or not. Just got out of the doctor, heading to go get blood drawn, got an MRI and CT scan scheduled for reassurance, hoping it all goes well. I hope your reassurance goes well too, but once you get it, once you get that clear bill of health, let's get, you know, let's get on board with that acceptance, man. No second fear. Hey, on a serious note though, guys, if you feel like you need to go to the doctor to get a clean bill of health, then by all means, please do that. Please do that. But, you know, once that's done, once that's over with, you know what to do as far as anxiety is concerned. You know what to do, man. Acceptance. Gotta practice not fighting with those thoughts and fighting with those feelings. Instead, just live your life, catch yourself fighting, and say, no, I accept these thoughts and feelings. I don't care. Let it happen, right? And then go right back to living your life, rinse and repeat. So, once you get that clean bill of health, right? And you know you're dealing with anxiety, you know what to do. You know what to do. Keep in mind, nothing's really going to affect your anxiety as much as second fear. That's going to be your main culprit. But if you do want to get that clean bill of health, then of course, feel free to do so. But we got to work on that second fear habit too. That's what's going to make the main difference for you is the second fear. That's what's going to heal you. Cutting that second fear out. Hey, Truth. Truth, thank you so much, Truth, for the $5 tip. That puts us at 40 for the day. We are 10 bucks away from our tip goal. Thank you so much, Truth. Thank you, Seasonal. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, I want to say Paul, but I'm not 100% sure. If I missed anybody, I apologize, but I think that's everybody. Thank you guys so much. I truly do appreciate it. A Swede would understand you perfectly fine. Was it that good? Was it really that good? I was at a balloon vendor in India and I kept asking for a pink balloon and I can never pronounce that word, and he would give me balloons but not a pink one. So maybe use like some sort of just point it out, right? Just point it out at that point. It turns out the word for pink and the word for again are almost the same. So when I would say it again, he gave me another one and another one. Love the balloons though. Hey, there you go. I had an EKG and stress test, but damn, palpitations still lurking. And you know, that's the funny thing about anxiety. They tend to, that second fear is what keeps that crap around, because that's like gas on the fire, man. And that's why we talk about acceptance so much. That's why we talk about acceptance so much here on the channel. You can either fight with the way that you feel and fight with the thoughts that you have and add all this unnecessary gas to the fire, or you can allow yourself to feel however you feel, catch yourself fighting with it, and turn it into acceptance and live your life, right? That's what eventually is going to cause that fire of anxiety to burn out. But how's it going to burn out as quickly as you'd like it to if you keep pouring gas on it, right? Because all this fighting with the thoughts, all this fighting with the feelings, it's just telling your brain, danger, 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 danger signal after danger signal after danger signal. So it's a cycle, right? So you're gonna heal one way or another. You're gonna heal, but let's do it the right way, right? Let's do it the right way. Hey, Mint making it rain. Thank you so much, Mint, for the $3 tip. That puts us at 43. Oof, that's close. Thank you so much, Mint. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's all I ever got done, Giant, was blood work. I mean, that was when I was super young. I mean, I've never really had health anxiety. Mine was just more about losing my sanity and losing my mind, and everybody kind of takes a different fear, right? But it's all the same root problem. Second fear, whatever your artificial fears are, irrelevant. It's all the same root fear. You of anxiety. You keep adding fear to fear and you stay in the cycle. So whether you have health anxiety, don't have health anxiety, blah blah blah, it's all the same root problem, and that's second fear, right? That's what keeps it all alive. So that's what keeps your brain thinking that there's a problem, that there's danger. So you're like a hamster in a hamster wheel. But regardless whether you have health anxiety or you were like me, you're afraid of losing your mind, or whatever you've kind of chalked your symptoms up to, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, it's still the same root problem for everybody, and that's that damn second fear, right? Keeping your brain in a state of alertness and anxiety because you keep telling it that there's a danger by the way that you fight with your thoughts and feelings, right? What you're doing up here, fighting with all that mental dialogue, you're fighting with all your thoughts, fighting with all your feelings. Your brain keeps thinking there's a problem. Your brain keeps thinking there's a danger. So whether you have health anxiety, don't have health anxiety, whether you're afraid of losing your mind, going crazy, these are all very common themes. Regardless of which one you fall under, right, it all comes down to the same damn root problem. And that's, you keep pouring gas on the fire. Your brain keeps assuming by you fighting with these thoughts and feelings that there's a problem. So it keeps wanting to protect you with, guess what? More anxiety. So that is the cycle. That is the root problem. Regardless of what your little your little fears are, whether you have health anxiety or this or that. Brian, thank you so much, Brian, for the $7 tip, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you. That puts us at tip goal. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you Thank you. Thank you for being here with me, for celebrating the milestone of 10K subs, for being here with me and hanging out with me and keeping me company and just being awesome people in general. Thank you so much for the 10K subs, and thank you so much for the tip goal today. It really helps me out. Got a lot more on my plate these days, guys, so thank you so much for that. DR is a pain in the ass. I know that's not very accepting. At least you know it, right? At least you know it. That's half of the equation there. How to overcome irrational thoughts. My heart starts racing. Talk about intrusive thoughts. So irrational thoughts, intrusive thoughts, yada yada yada. I want you to picture a fire, and every time that you get up there in your head and you try to fight with these thoughts, oh blah blah blah, this blah blah, that won't happen, blah blah blah, this might, blah 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 blah. Anytime you get into these long heated debates with these irrational thoughts, I want you to picture yourself with a can of gasoline and you're just dumping it on this fire. You are just literally pouring energy and fuel and gas onto these thoughts. Same with the feelings. If you get up in your head and start telling horror stories about these feelings, I don't want to feel this, is horrible, what can I do about this? Same with the feelings, just like with the intrusive thoughts. If you get up here and you start fighting what Dr. Claire Weeks calls second fear, if you get up here and start doing all this blah 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 back and forth, blah 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 blah, you're just pouring gas, man. You're just pouring gas. You're pouring fuel. You're pouring, energy into these things. So it's like an energy exchange, right? So if you want this fire to eventually burn out, and it does take time for a fire to burn out, but if you want it to eventually burn out, understand that the only thing you're working with is gas. So you might want to put the gas down and just let it burn, right? Cassie, thank you so much for the $5 tip. I can barely keep up with it. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Man, coming in with the $20 tip, says we all appreciate and love you, Wonder Bro. You have for real saved lives out there, and that's what makes it all worth it. That is literally what makes it all worth it at the end of the day, is knowing that I have done that and I've helped people out there. And as you said, saved lives. I don't know if I assume that might be true, and that makes it all worth it. So thank you so much, for the $20 tip, dude. Man, what does that put us at? I can't keep up over here. 75. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. And as we mentioned yesterday, I don't want to talk about myself too much, but quick update. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do here in my situation with my grandfather passing, yada yada yada, all that stuff. Most of you already know all about that. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do, but while we're here, the bills still have to be paid. Whether we eventually end up moving or we try to get the mortgage modified, we talked about that being a possibility yesterday. Regardless of what we do, I still have now bills to pay that before I had help on and now I don't have help on. My grandfather's no longer here, right? It's a shame you have to worry about finances while also grieving and being in grief over who was honestly, I would consider my best friend. So it's a shame you got to worry about that kind of thing while going through this sort of thing, but you do. I still have bills to pay here that now I have no real help on. And, my point is that regardless of what's going to happen in the near future, I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I'm so thankful for every single one of you, because if it wasn't for this YouTube channel, if it wasn't for you people, if it wasn't for that person watching right now on your phone or your computer, wherever you are in the world, if it was not for you, all right, this guy right here, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know what I'd be doing, right? I mean, I guess I'd figure something out, but I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've always wanted to help people, and you guys literally make that a reality, and you give me the means to be able to do that. And during this hard time especially, you are keeping my lights on. You're keeping food in my... You are helping me more than you will ever know, and I want you to now know that, right? So thank you guys for keeping this show on the road, because this is what I love to do. This is my dream. It always has been. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to be here doing this. I'd be off miserable somewhere doing something that I probably hated. So thank you guys for making this possible, and I hope I help you as much as you help me, right? I hope it's an equal trade here. So anyway, I'm not gonna get emotional. I'm not gonna get emotional. We're not gonna get emotional on the 10K celebration stream. We're not gonna get emotional. I just wanted to make that known. Thank you for making this dream possible. Thank you for allowing me to do what I love to do and keeping this show on the road. I love you and you mean the world to me. All right. Moving on. Big realization, it was anxiety, right, Brian? Hey, WB, congrats on 10K. I remember when you hit 3K, so you've been here for a while. Appreciate all the support. I had everything done in the last 3 months. CT scan of my stomach, head, lungs, stress tests on heart, countless blood work. Found nothing. Now anxiety and panic attacks. So there you go. There you go. At least you're in the right place now. At least you're in the right place now, right? Let's see. Okay. Okay, we're on track. I had to take a moment there. Okay. Is this a stream marathon? I don't know. I really don't know. I think so. I'm not sure. We're kind of just going with it. Yesterday I panicked about a common word that even though I remembered it, like the meaning of it was like gone from my brain. I was like, oh my god, is this the first sign of dementia? It's funny. It's funny how these little things kind of attach themselves. It's funny how these little things, these little ideas kind of pop up into your brain, and then if we fuel them too much, they kind of turn into feelings of panic, right? Even if it's something like that you've never really thought of like that before, even if it's just a random thought like, oh, I can't remember, can I not remember the meaning of this word? Maybe that means I'm like going crazy, even little crazy things like that can turn into like feelings of panic if we fuel them. If we fuel them, if we give them way too much credit, and that's okay. Like I said, earlier in the stream, you guys are humans. You're not perfect, so that's why we love the word practice. Yeah, I've been here a minute. I'm thankful you helped during a really difficult time in my life. I'm forever grateful, and I'm doing so much better now. That is awesome, Danny. Congrats. Keep it up. Keep it up. Like I always say, acceptance, not just good anxiety advice, good life advice. Thought I broke my brain. Like I said, dude, these funny little thoughts, they come in. They're not funny to you in the moment, but they come in, they cause a bit of a reaction, probably because your nerves are already tired, and then we attach way too much meaning to them. What brought you to thinking I were losing your or blah, 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 blah. Hold on, I'm tongue tied. What brought you to thinking you were losing your mind? Right? I had the same. Everything started for me after getting too high one night. It was just, that's kind of what I chalked my symptoms up to, right? Like, I really didn't have any reason to believe that, just like most people don't have any reason to believe whatever it is they fear. We just kind of chalk it up as that, and we start to believe in that too much, and we start to pour too much energy into that, and that becomes our theme, right? So you kind of just attach yourself to things unknowingly, really, at first, and you attach meaning to it, and you attach belief to it, you attach energy to it, and then you start fighting with it tooth and nail because you don't want it to be true, and then that creates a vicious cycle of fight, danger, fight, danger. Your brain thinks there's actually no real danger, but fight. Let me put that a different way. Fight, your brain thinks there's danger. Fight, your brain thinks there's danger, right? So it starts this like vicious cycle. But as far as, you know, why that happened, you know, I attached too much belief to these passing thoughts. I gave them too much fuel and energy, and they become my theme, my thing. A lot of mental obsession going on will kind of, you know, make you feel a bit inadequate. It'll make you feel a bit dull. It'll make you feel a bit, you know, not as sharp, right? Which is why that can happen. So if you guys are doing a lot of that mental fighting and obsessing every single day, catch that, turn it into acceptance, get right back to living your life. That doesn't mean you can't daydream. That doesn't mean you can't use your mind. But if you're using it to obsess and fight, let's try to catch that. Let's try to catch that, right? Because too much of that can make you feel a little bit dull. It can make you feel not as sharp, and that's not dangerous. That's not something that's going to hurt you, but you know it can make you feel that way because you're overworking that muscle, man. It's not gonna lead to anything bad happening. It's just it's you know it is what it is. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be okay. Hey, I can't predict the future, Brian, but I'm gonna go ahead and predict the future and tell you that you're not gonna pass out. Borderline panic attack. Hey, that's good, dude. Remember, don't fight with those thoughts. You get a thought that says you might pass out during your blood work. I want you to respond to that with okay. So be it. And then turn your attention back to living life. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Instead of fighting with it and working yourself up, right? If you get a thought about how bad, notice you can't, you're probably just listening to me, but I'm doing quotations, air quotes right now. How bad panic is, if you get a thought like that, and then just say something to yourself like, so be it. It is what it is, right? And you might not believe those words, but that's a heck of a lot better than getting into a fight with everything. Whether you necessarily believe those words or not, at least you're not fighting. How to avoid compulsions? I tell everybody go at your own pace, but at the same time, doctor, I also that's funny. It's funny calling you that name. At the same time, uh, even though you're going at your own pace, you need to remember that it's really up to you with your dedication. Like that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Acceptance is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Cutting out those compulsions, not fighting with those thoughts and feelings, but understand that you got a life that you want to live, right? And it's not worth the fight. So go at your own pace. Don't expect yourself to be perfect, but at the same time, understand that the dedication part comes down to you, right? It comes down to you. Hey, it happens, Tony, man, especially before we know about all this acceptance stuff, right? I can't blame you guys because I did a lot of crazy things too when I was in that fighting stage. It happens. It happens. It's a part of it. But now that you're here, welcome. You're here. Just got done at work. I smell like toilet and food. Nice. What a lovely combination. What a lovely combination there, AC. Literally got tired of going to the doctor only to find out nothing was wrong. I knew then that was my only problem. There you go, dude. There you go. It says it all. That says it all, man. That says it all. Hey, Wonder Bro, congrats on the 10K. You helped so many of us here. Thanks for everything. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much, ASG. Thank you, man. I was telling everybody earlier, and same still applies. It hasn't really sank in yet, but I'm happy for it, dude. I'm excited. It feels good. It feels good. Oh, hey, don't, I'm assuming you meant no? Oh, hey, I don't know if you remember that my mom was in the hospital, but she got surgery and now she's home. Awesome. She has a long recovery ahead of her, but I'm thankful everything turned out okay. That's great. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome. How have I been doing lately? Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm trying to get everything in order and just, there's still a lot to figure out. There's still a lot of decisions and choices to be made with my situation. So I'm just taking it day by day and doing what I can and trying to keep you guys updated the best I can. But to be completely fair with you, I'm not 100% on anything right now. So I'm trying to keep you guys updated as we go. But like I said, I'm not 100% on anything at the moment. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to keep you guys updated. But me personally, I'm doing good, dude. I'm doing good. Absolutely, Mint. Sending all that love. I love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm going to drop the link to that Discord chat again, guys, for anybody who wants it. During my recovery, did I make any changes to my diet? No, I didn't. I believe at one point I did cut out caffeine so that I could sleep better at night, but I didn't really make any significant changes to my diet. Which there's nothing wrong with being a healthier person as long as you're still practicing that main ingredient there, which is that no second fear. At the chair, guys. Haha, I can't believe I'm this anxious, but okay. Hey, remember what we said. When those thoughts and feelings come, you know what to do if you're going the acceptance route. So be it. So be it. No longer fighting with it all. Yeah, and it is, it is sad to hear truth, but you're here now, so I'm glad you found the channel. I'm glad it's helping you. And that's okay, Lori. That's okay. That's okay. As long as you're practicing that main ingredient there, as long as you're practicing that main ingredient, which is that no second fear, as long as you're practicing that no second fear, that accepting attitude, right? It's the same thing. No second fear, accepting attitude, whatever you want to call it, not fighting with the thoughts and feelings. As long as you're practicing that, right? Of course, you're an adult. You can live your life how you want to live it. The only, as far as stuff like that goes, I do tell people to try to avoid alcohol. And the reason I tell people to try to avoid alcohol is because that does have an actual physical effect on your nervous system. So a lot of people wake up with really bad, nasty hangovers, and alcohol is really tough on a nervous system, especially if you're sensitized. So I do tell people to, if they can, try to avoid alcohol, right? As far as having a little bit of caffeine goes, not having the healthiest diet in the world, I don't really stress that too much because I never did any of those things really. But the alcohol thing, I do try to tell people, hey, if you can, I'd probably avoid the alcohol for now because that is really hard on a nervous system, right? So if you're in the middle of practicing acceptance, but you're drinking a lot of alcohol, it's going to make it even harder for you to practice, especially if you don't have the hang of it yet, especially if you're still adding a lot of second fear, in your life. So, but hey, at the end of the day, you're a grown adult. As long as you're practicing, if you want to practice acceptance, as long as you're doing that, you can do whatever you want to do, but that's just my 2 cents on that. Love you so much, Wonder Bro. 4 years into anxiety now, still reading Claire Week's books. They are an inspiration. So keep in mind, dogs, it doesn't matter how long you've been at it, right? As far as being anxious goes, doesn't matter how many ups and downs you've had, but keep in mind, you've got the practice and you got to use it. You've got the practice, but now you got to use it. So that requires a dedicated effort, right? So each time you catch yourself fighting with those thoughts and feelings, you turn it into acceptance. You say, whatever, so be it. Let it happen, right? And then you turn back into living. You turn back to living. You turn back to living. That's what I meant to say. So there you go. I'm glad that you're on board with acceptance. And remember, no matter how long it's been, it doesn't matter. As long as you're practicing acceptance, you're going to get there. I'm glad you found the channel when you did. Doesn't matter how long you've been at it. Now that you know about acceptance, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's use it, right? That's what, obviously that's what's going to make the difference. That sounds obvious, but sometimes we tend to forget that. Hey, I got all this great advice, but I got to use it, right? That sounds obvious, but sometimes we do tend to forget that. I got to head out, but thank you for all you do, Wonder Bro. Congrats on 10K. Thank you so much for stopping by, Danny. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Oh na 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 na, oh na 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 na. I didn't know this song was in this playlist, but I absolutely love this song. I don't drink or smoke, just have a small iced coffee in the morning, water the rest of the day. There you go. Like I said, you're allowed to make your own decisions. You're allowed to make your own decisions on this journey. As long as you're practicing acceptance, you're good. As long as you're practicing acceptance, you're good. The rest is kind of up to you, but I just want to make sure, if you're on board with acceptance, then be on board with acceptance. As far as the little details go, I've got my own opinions on it, but that's really up to you at the end of the day, as long as you're practicing acceptance. I got to go, but I'll check back in later. Congrats on 10K. Congratulations on 10K, and hope everything goes well for you. Thank you so much, Tony, dude. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, man. Take it easy. Have a good day. Damn it, I keep forgetting that you guys can't hear it. I keep forgetting that the post stream doesn't have the music. Okay, let's actually, you know what? Let's actually try to fix that right now. Let's try to fix that right now. Which one would it? Can you guys hear the music now? Yes, yes. Can you guys hear that? Please confirm, chat, if you can hear that. That's awesome, Brian, and you always will make it, especially if you keep that accepting attitude. I mean, but let's face the facts, you're going to make it either way. You're going to make it either way, but let's keep that accepting attitude, right? You know what? We've had this same raining backdrop on the post stream screen for a long time now. How about we change that up to something? What do you guys think? Do you meditate? I used to mention the term meditation quite a bit on the channel, and I stopped doing that as often for one reason. People tend to overcomplicate it. So the thing about meditation is when you're not fighting with your thoughts and feelings, you're pretty much already entering into what would be considered kind of like meditation. It's more or less the same thing. If you just stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings, you accept them as they come and go. You can call that mindfulness. You can call that meditation. I don't like terms that much, and it's because of the overcomplication. There's no need to overcomplicate any of this. Acceptance is acceptance, right? So I used to mention those terms quite a bit. I don't do that anymore because people just confuse the hell out of it. But I'll tell you this, if you're not fighting with your thoughts and feelings and you're focusing on living your life, which is the two main keys in a nutshell right there, if you're doing that, you don't really have to worry about terms like meditation and mindfulness. Yeah, there's no need to overcomplicate it. There's really not. What do you guys think about What do you guys think about this backdrop? It might be a bit too trippy. I don't know. It might be a bit too trippy. Is that too trippy? Is that gonna trip you guys out, man? I don't know. I feel like that might like. I feel like that backdrop is like sensory overload. Is that too much? Be honest with me. Be honest with me, Chad. Is that too much? Should I change that? I like it, but ooh, I got one. I got one. I got a nice one here. You know what though? If you guys think it's too trippy or too much, I probably should leave it because you're supposed to be using acceptance, but it's okay. I'll give you a free pass on this one. We'll put something a little bit more calm up here. I'll give you free pass on this one. Oh, it's back. There we go. That one looks too crappy now. That one's too crappy. It's too low quality. Hold on. Hold on. I've got plenty of ideas over here. We'll find one. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Still consider progress if I sit in my panic terrified as heck without running, which is what usually happens. So terrified as heck, you're gonna be terrified as heck, right? And that's a part of it. So a lot of people try to use acceptance like a pill. They think, well, if I'm accepting, then I shouldn't be scared. And that's just not true. You're gonna be scared, right? The whole point is to not try to not be scared. The whole point is to be scared, not add to that. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There we go. We got a nice little soothing background now for you guys. Some water, like a moon on some water. That's soothing, right? I like it. I like it. It kind of goes with our overall purple theme that we got going on. If you couldn't tell by now, my favorite color is purple. So, but does that make sense? Style alert. It's not about not being terrified. You're going to be terrified. You're going to be scared. That's first fear, you know, and that's going to fade in time as you heal. So it's not about using acceptance to not be scared. You're going to be scared. It's about being scared and not adding to it. It's about being scared and not telling yourself bad things about being scared. It's about being scared and having negative thoughts, but not adding to them, not fighting with them. Does all this make sense, right? Everybody is in agreement. They like the new backdrop. Let's make some slight changes to it. Nature themed is always superior. I have to agree with you on that one. Mint. Just got back on. Am I high? I wonder if Truth is behind on the stream and is seeing that really trippy wallpaper I was using for a second. It's probably what they're referring to, if I had to guess. That's funny. I do accept I ask for more every time one comes or even when it's not there, but one lingering symptom since May is like dizziness likes to hang around. Dizziness is a pain in the ass, I understand. It's a total pain in the ass, and it can be one of those that are kind of difficult to work with, but at the same time, we know what needs to be done, right? Even though it's a pain in the ass, it's difficult to work with, it's not fun, we still know what needs to be done, and we know that a fight's not going to help. Like, we still know the facts, even though dizziness is an extreme pain in the ass. I've relapsed, I can be good for a while, and then all my buttons get pushed again, and I had a month of this, all the worst symptoms came back, and new ones. So ups and downs, which is completely normal. And every time you experience some of those ups and downs, I hope you're using that as a perfect opportunity to really practice and drive home what you know to be true. I've gone from hardly any sleep to sleeping 6 to 7 hours. I have physical symptoms, but I no longer fret over them. And most of the time, I don't realize that they're there very mildly. That's awesome, dude. You're obviously on the right track. Keep it up. Whatever you're doing, which I'm assuming is acceptance, correct? Wait, Paul, I remember your comment from earlier. Yeah, you explained exactly that you were using acceptance. So congrats, dude. Obviously, you're on the right track. Keep it up. Thanks, Wonder Bro. Much love from the UK. Congrats on 10K. Good night. Good night, Paul, dude. Enjoy your sleep, man. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. Let me actually slow down this background a little bit so it doesn't loop so hard. There we go. Slow that down to like 55, and then maybe it shouldn't loop so fast. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. You know what? I don't even think we need... we use this screen so often, chat, that I don't think we need the big word post stream up there. Like, I don't think we need that, because we use this screen like quite often. I don't think we need that big post stream up there. I think ask questions, hang out, relax. I think that pretty much sums it up. I don't think we need all that other junk. It felt too cluttered, man. Felt too cluttered. I think that's better. I don't have a whole lot of options, Mint. Don't get me wrong, Streamlabs is awesome. But as far as like the GIFs go, I don't have a whole lot of options. Let me see what I've got. I've got the speed of the GIF, so I can slow it way down. Like, for example, I can take it to all the way down to like 10, and it'll slow it down like almost to a stop. I've got it on about 50 right here. 55. I can loop it, which obviously I've got it on a loop, but I don't have any other options really. During a panic attack, you're not thinking logically sometimes. I don't. I'm all over the place. Can't sit still. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's about learning to be calm while you're not calm. Does that make sense? That sounds confusing. It's about learning to be calm in the storm. That's a very cliche way to put it, but the storm is going, the fire's burning, and you don't want to add to it. That's what it comes down to. So, yes, there's a storm, and yes, there's a fire. And, oh, man, I'm burping. Too much Coke. We're not Coca-Cola, chat. Coca-Cola. Yeah. We're not trying to get the storm to go away. We're not trying to get the fire to go out. You know, there is a storm, there's a fire, whatever you want to compare it to, but we're not adding to it. So we're not trying to put gas on the fire. We're not trying to fight the storm, because all of this is pointless and very stressful. So it's about being scared but not trying to fight it. It's about having thoughts but not trying to fight them. It's about having feelings but not trying to fight them. And all of this is pretty much done mentally. So it's all about not getting up in your head trying to fight with these thoughts and feelings, and just keeping an attitude of so be it. And when you catch yourself fighting with these thoughts and feelings, you turn it into so be it, even if you don't necessarily believe it. That's, yeah, I think that's pretty easy to understand. But even though it's easy to understand, you got to do it. And that's the part where, you know, it takes time, it takes practice. You're not perfect, you're human. Wonder Bro, any other people you recommend for anxiety related stuff besides Dr. Weeks? Honestly, no, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Unless you want to get deeper into spiritual type stuff, I'll tell you why there's really nothing else you need. Because once we start taking on too much information, we're just overcomplicating it. Like everything I just said, don't get up in your head mentally fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Just allow them to be, and when you catch yourself fighting with those thoughts and feelings, turn it into so be it. That's it, period. We could shut the whole channel down right now. Of course, we're not going to do that, but we could. We could. If that's the only thing you understood, not to get up in your head fighting with your thoughts and feelings, and just to turn that into an attitude of so be it when you do catch yourself fighting with your thoughts and feelings in your head, and then live your life. If that's the only thing you understood and dedicated to, you would be a-okay, right? So when we get into taking in too much information, we're just overcomplicating it when we don't need to overcomplicate it. So honestly, no, I can't really recommend anybody else anxiety related besides Dr. Claire Weeks, because there's no point. There's no point. I'm not saying there's not great people out there, but there's no point in recommending those people, because if you understand that, then it's time to just get started, right? And there's nothing wrong with some support. There's nothing wrong with coming here for some sharpening your skills from time to time. There's no reason, there's nothing wrong with coming in here and learning about this and getting it reconfirmed to you. That's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But once you get too deep into it and you're taking in all this information, it becomes pointless. Because if you understand everything I just said, catch yourself when you're fighting in your head about your thoughts and feelings, turn it into an attitude of so be it, and live your life. If you understand that, you've got it. You've got it. So it's not that I can't recommend other good people. It's just that there's no point in recommending other people. There's no point. You're just overcomplicating it, right? And that's okay, Max. That's the nerves releasing, right? That's these things burning up. And as long as you're not up in your head fighting with it, that's fine. You're going to experience what's called first fear, and that's those feelings and thoughts. But obviously, like you just said, you're not adding second fear, so be it. You're doing good. You're doing good. There you go, Max. There you go, dude. That's what it's all about. I accept these thoughts and feelings, that kind of attitude. Yeah, even Dr. Claire Weeks knew it best. She's, just like Lori said in the chat, Dr. Claire Weeks said if she says, if you don't remember anything from her book, remember accept, because she knew that there's no reason to overcomplicate it. As long as you're not up in your head fighting with your thoughts and feelings, you're good. Live your life. That's the two main keys in a nutshell. And even Dr. Claire Weeks herself knew that, if you don't remember anything else from my book, remember accept. Right? Because she knew there's no point in overcomplicating it. And she also knew that people do overcomplicate the crap out of this. They overcomplicate the absolute crap out of this thing. And honestly, I would go out on a limb here, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that 90% of me being here on the YouTube channel, 90% of me preaching to people what I preach, comes down to trying to convince people to stop overcomplicating it and get started. That's literally the battle that I fight every time I stream. And I understand that because you have a human mind, you tend to overcomplicate things. For some reason, that's just what humans do. So I understand that. I understand that 90% of the time when I'm streaming, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you to understand that it's time to get started and stop overcomplicating it. Literally, that's what I'm doing most of my time here. And I get that. I completely understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just human nature. We like to overcomplicate things, right? And honestly, AC, you'll notice that you start living more in what's called the present moment as you start using acceptance. As you stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings, you're naturally going to be more grounded in the present moment. And that's why, if you'll notice here lately on my channel, I've been dropping terms. I've not been using terms as often. I've not been bringing up the present moment as often because I've kind of switched my focus. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. All of this stuff kind of happens more naturally, and what's at the root of it? Acceptance is at the root of all this great stuff, right? So if you get that part, everything kind of just falls into place. And that's why here recently, I'm sure some of you have noticed, I'm not using as many terms as I used to use back in my earlier YouTube days. And it's because I understand that people are overcomplicating it. Oh, that's normal toxic. That's called being human, dude. Anytime you get into an argument with somebody, there's going to be nervousness. There's going to be anxiousness or irritation. That's called being human, man. You can't escape being human. You're trying to turn your normal human problems into a problem. Stop doing that. If I got into an argument with somebody right now in the chat and they really pissed me off with something they said, I would get irritated. I'd get a bit shaky. I'd get some adrenaline, right? That you're trying to turn being a human into a problem. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, dude. Got to take sleep before it's light outside. Hey, Cassie, I hope you have an amazing night. Thank you for your continued support, your continued love. I hope you have sweet, sweet dreams. Thank you for being here. With your own brother, yes. It doesn't matter who you get into a heated argument or debate with, dude. That's called being a human. If you get into an argument with somebody, you're going to feel irritated. You're going to feel a bit anxious. You're going to have that adrenaline pumping a little bit. That's just called being human, man. Don't turn that into a problem. If even me right now, if I was to get up and go and get into an argument with somebody, I would feel irritated. I would feel a bit anxious. I'd get a little bit of adrenaline pumping. That's fight or flight, dude, and that's what happens. That's just being human, man. Please don't turn that into a problem, right? I know you're a young kid, so take it from me, Toxic. Don't turn being a human into a problem, dude. You just sound like an overthinker, which I get it. I used to be too. Especially at your age. So don't turn being a human into a problem. Don't turn any of your thoughts and feelings into a problem, dude. That's what acceptance is all about. Hello, Wonder Bro. Congratulations. Thank you, Pootie, so much, dude. I appreciate it. 10K. It feels unreal, man. It feels unreal, man. I'm sure it'll sink in eventually, but as of right now, I still can't wrap my head around it. I feel like mentally I'm still in the days of recording on my iPhone in my backyard with like 10 viewers. It didn't happen fast, but it feels like it happened fast. Does that make sense? I got some brain lag. I'm trying to catch up, dude. But thank you so much, Pootie. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you for all your support, too. Thank you to all of you for all of your support. None of this would be possible without each and every one of you. How to deal with apathy, will it fade away with acceptance? So, just like I told Toxic just now, don't make any of your thoughts and feelings into a problem, man. Obviously, if you've got something physically wrong with you and you want to go get checked out by a doctor, do that. But if we're dealing with emotions, if we're dealing with feelings related to anxiety, sadness, normal human emotions, right? These are all normal human emotions. If we're dealing with these feelings and these thoughts, don't make them into a problem. Do not get up into your head and make them a problem. This is a fight. This is fuel to the fire. This is what causes suffering, So yes, man, yeah. When we're dealing with thoughts and feelings, we don't want to turn them into a problem. Because that's ironically, we don't want to feel them, so we turn them into a problem, and then we feel even worse. And that's the ironic part about acceptance. Thank you for the question, though, Purple. Going through some practice mode. Nice. My thoughts not giving me any reactions anymore. Nice. Even the scariest that they come. Nice, dude. Now I got the acceptance mode. Not comfortable at all, but helps. Hey, you're obviously on the right track, dude. You've been making great progress. Keep it up. I'm not the least bit worried about you, man. You're doing great, Pootie. If we wanted to put acceptance in the simplest way possible, we would tell you this. We would tell you, stop turning your thoughts and feelings into a problem. That's what we would tell you. That's what we would tell you. And we would tell you to stop overcomplicating it, too, while you're at it. And catch yourself up in your head mentally turning your thoughts and feelings into a problem. What does it mean to turn your thoughts and feelings into a problem? It means to fight with them. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. If you understand that and you practice that, you're golden, man. You're golden. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop overcomplicating it. Stop overcomplicating it. Trust me. Do yourself a favor. Stop overcomplicating it. That's where we get into trouble. We turn our thoughts and feelings into problems by fighting with them. And then we suffer. Then we add gas to the fire. Then we wonder why we're all out of whack, right? Congrats, brother. You deserve it. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. It's good to see you. How have you been? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I just ripped one, and I muted my microphone just in time because in my head I'm thinking, wow, this feels like a big one, and I don't want that to pick up on the mic. But I just told myself anyway, so what's it matter? Hey, man, it's the hot dogs, dude. It's the hot dogs. It's funny when people come to my channel for the first time, they're not really sure how to take me. They're like, is this guy a dick? Is he a hard ass? Because he's so straightforward and blunt. And then they're like, wait, is he a big teddy bear? Because he's so caring. And then they're like, wait, is he a goofball? Because he's over here talking about farts and shit. And it's just like, there's really no one way that you can take me, dude. I'm all over the place. One moment I'm on your ass telling you, you know, you got to step it up. You know, acceptance is in your hands. You got to put in the work. On the other hand, I'm telling you, hey, it's okay to be human, right? And I feel for you. And then on the other hand, I'm making totally third grade jokes. So there's really no one way to take me. Guys, please listen to Wonder Bro. Like, I get moments in laughing about these thoughts and get to my old self more. You're doing great, Pootie, man. Everything that you've told me, you're right on track. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Congratulations, Wonder Bro. God bless you. Your success is your success. I appreciate that, Muhammad. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the congratulations, man. Thank you for being here. Everybody that comes in here and thanks me for this 10K, I want you to remember that you have to thank yourself too, man. Because if it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be happening. So, and that counts you as an individual. You're part of this. So, if you're going to come in here and thank me, I want you to also thank yourself. Wonder Bro, I've not watched you in a while, but that's because you have healed me. I'm so happy you're getting the recognition you deserve. You have helped so many. That's awesome, dude. Thank you for popping in here and saying that, Sam. You didn't have to. Thank you so much, dude. I really, really appreciate it. I'm glad you're healed. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for popping in. TM says, congrats for the 10K. Thank you, TM, so much, dude. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, if you're going to congratulate me, I want you to congratulate yourself too, because none of this would have been possible without you guys supporting me every step of the way. So I want you to congratulate yourself too. Don't forget. I'm serious now. I'm serious. I want you to pat yourself on the back, all right? I'm serious now. You better be congratulating yourself too. You guys got to understand, I'm nothing without your support. I'm nothing without you here. I'm nothing without any of that. You might just be overcomplicating it a little bit, Toxic, which happens, dude. Today I realized how important the second key was. While I was at work, I had no stupid thoughts because I didn't have time to think about stupid shit. So the second key, for those of you who don't know, is live your life. So we tell you, don't get up in your head and fight with your thoughts and feelings. Acceptance, right? Stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings. And the second main key is live your life. And a lot of people forget how important that is. That doesn't mean you have to pack your day full of shit. You're allowed to relax, right? It just means live your life. Do something that you enjoy doing. It can be something simple. Pick your nose if that's what you enjoy, right? But it gives you, there's so many reasons that key is there. It helps your confidence. It helps teach your brain that there's no tiger with behaviors. It helps keep you less likely to be up in your head fighting with your thoughts and feelings. That key is there for many, many reasons. We could go on and on and on. But again, don't stress about it. You don't have to pack your day full of shit. It's just do something. Right? Even if it's just watching a funny movie, like anything but sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Just do something. Watch a funny movie, listen to your favorite song, pick your nose, man. It doesn't, you know, you don't have to go climb Mount Everest, but just live your life is there for so many reasons. We just want you to start living again, right? Even if that's in little tiny ways. Even if it's just sitting and crocheting, you know, whatever. Even if it's just talking to your friends, like something, man. Anything is better than laying on your couch looking at the ceiling thinking about anxiety, right? Anything's better than that. So, you know, that second main key is there for many reasons. And you don't have to stress about it. It doesn't mean that you have to climb Mount Everest. It's just literally anything is better than looking at the ceiling, fighting with your thoughts and feelings. That's why the two main keys go hand in hand. Stop fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Just live your life, right? Hope that makes sense. Did you smoke the whole time during recovery? Yes. I smoked cigarettes since about 15, 16 years old. Something like that. And I have not stopped. It's funny because some people tell me they stopped smoking like cold turkey because they thought it would help their anxiety, and then other people tell me that they kept smoking because they were afraid to quit. It's just, you know, just goes to show you, man, a lot of it's all up in your head. I swear to God, this man saved my life. Curing anxiety is so simple once you know how, and Wonder Bro will teach you. Man, I appreciate that, Sam, dude, and I'm glad you're doing so well these days. That's awesome, dude. That's what it's all about. The one thing that cured me was stop chasing negative thoughts down the rabbit hole. You taught me this, and once I noticed that I was rolling a red carpet out to the thoughts, I was able to accept. So what Sam is basically saying there, what helped him become quote-unquote cured, which just means to heal your nervous system, was understanding the whole not fighting with your thoughts thing, which is one of our two main keys. Back when Sam used to watch, I don't even know if I had the two main keys, but that is one of our two main keys. Stop fighting with the thoughts and feelings. The other one is live your life. So what Sam is saying here is what helped him cure, aka heal his nervous system, was not fighting with his thoughts and feelings. Right? He says, stop chasing negative thoughts down the rabbit hole, which means when you get a negative thought, you don't debate with it, you don't fight with it, you simply say so be it. And if I'm wrong on assuming that, Sam, if that's not what you did, please correct me. But from your comment there, all you did was use the two main keys. You stopped fighting with your thoughts and feelings, you lived your life. I've anchored your quote, it is what it is. This reduced my suffering to a great extent. It is so awesome to read all these comments today and see all of these people feeling better, man. That's amazing. Thought you were gonna quit at 10K. Oh, you remembered that joke? Nah, we're not quitting. We're never quitting. Sometimes I like to vape. LOL, I did quit weed. I tried the whole vaping thing. I wasn't a fan. Is today marathon day? Or are you gonna do it all, or do it at all, WB? Well, we're about 2 hours into this thing, man. So we might as well. I mean, we're just gonna keep going. I don't really have any plans, but we're just gonna keep going. Stop shining a spotlight on your thoughts. It's simple. Yes, stop fighting with them. As you said, stop going down the rabbit hole. What does it mean to go down the rabbit hole? What Sam is referring to. What does it mean to go down the rabbit hole with your thoughts? It means to debate with them, man. It means to argue with them. It means to add to them. It means to follow. It means to just, it means to fight. It means to fight, right? So if you're not going down the rabbit hole, let's say I get a negative thought, I say, so be it, you know, and I get back to what I'm doing. And I got to rinse and repeat that, you know, but that's a part of the process. But anyway, Sam, thank you so much for coming in and dropping the support and the positivity, dude. Just say no to second fear, which basically means say no to fighting with any of it. Just accept it. Because you got to remember, you're not working with water, you're working with gas. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the severity of the thoughts will skyrocket as you're fighting with them, because that's gas, dude. That is gas, gasoline to the fire, man. Gasoline to the fire. And you got to be consistent, man. You got to catch yourself doing that. And change that to so be it. I cash apped you 25 because you're my rock on my road to recovery. I appreciate that, Lori. I haven't gotten it just yet, but sometimes there's a slight delay. So thank you so much, Lori, for the 25. I will let you know. I will confirm to you when I get that. Thank you so much, Lori. I really do appreciate it. Seriously, it helps me out a ton. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Tips have been crazy today, guys. Thank you so much. Truly. Seriously, huge shout out to all of our tippers today, man. It helps me out a lot. It really, really does. Especially at this time in my life. So just know that I'm so grateful for you, and you should give yourself a huge pat on the back because it really does help keep this show on the road, man. And just know that I'm forever grateful. Thank you. I just got your 25, Lori. Thank you so much for that. Tip note says, I support you. Thank you so much, Lori. Seriously. Thank you, thank you. Let's get that tip goal updated. Like I said, you guys have absolutely killed it on the tip goal today, man, and that really helps me out at this time in my life especially. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. And if you're in the chat right now, please show some love to our tippers, man, because if it wasn't for them, you know, it would be hard to keep this going consistently every single day, you know. It'd be difficult. I'd have to do something else, but these guys really do help keep the show on the road, so we should show them all the love in the world, man. We should show them all the love in the world. Thank you so much for that, Lori. You don't wanna change. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. Love this song, dude. Oh man, are you kidding me? Add. Oh well. Oh well. There we go. We're right back. We're right back. Very welcome. God bless. Thank you so much again, Lori. I really do appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm like multitasking over here for a second, guys, and then I'll get to everybody's comment. Just a moment. You guys know when we do these extended streams, sometimes I have to multitask in the background a little bit. I now hold a small group once a week to the public and teach Wonder Bros techniques to other sufferers. If everyone here can get people to this page, they can heal just like I did, and you all will too. Sam, that is awesome, dude. You're going above and beyond the Call of Duty, man. I appreciate it, dude. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with healing and then never thinking about anxiety ever again. There's no problem with that. But, you know, to go above and beyond like that and to now try to be helping other people, that's awesome, dude. And I'm proud of you, man. That's great. So that's the normal mind, try to find new thoughts since it sees the old one not acting. You know, I mean, even the new one, once I can see them through. You're doing good, Pooty, man. I mean, you pretty much got it all figured out, right? And there's not much to figure out. That's the thing about acceptance. There's not much to figure out, but you're definitely on the right track, dude. You definitely are. I think Sam said that his main realization with the intrusive thoughts was to stop following them down the rabbit hole, which basically means stop fighting with them. Trust me, it's easy when you see success comments like that to be like, oh, what did they do? Give me the secret formula. There is no secret formula. You just either put in the work or you don't. So when you get those negative thoughts, just like Sam said, stop following down the rabbit hole. Basically, when you get a negative thought, just say, so be it. When you get literally say that to yourself. So be it. When you get a feeling, so be it. So all Sam meant was, I stopped following my thoughts down the rabbit hole, which is how I used to word it back in the day. He meant I stopped fighting with the thoughts. I just said, so be it. Right? So it's easy when you see success comments to be like, oh man, teach me the secret formula. But there is none. They're just doing what I've always told you guys to do, right? And you can too. You can too. Also starting to help other people in one way or another when fully recovered, thinking of doing a podcast. That would be cool. Hey, it's up to you guys. Like I said, you don't have to feel bad about just moving on with your life if that's what you want to do. You don't have to feel bad if you want to go that route. Don't worry, I got it covered. right? But if you want to go on to help other people too, then that's great. Either way, man. Either way. Either way. Why am I like 90% sure this song that's playing right now is definitely copyrighted? This does not sound like a copyright-free song. This sounds mainstream as fuck. I'm gonna get every fucking copyright in the book for this stream. It says copyright-free, dude. I don't know. We're just rolling with it. I like the song. It's a good song. I just feel like it's definitely copyright. Hey, what's up, Arnold? I've been tossing that idea around a little bit. We'll see what happens with it. Did it die? I remember telling you, bro, that I thought I was going to get sectioned, and you reassured me and stuck with me. You saved my life, and I no longer need to be here. I no longer need to be here, people, but please stick with them. I appreciate that, Sam, dude. You went through the ringer, man. You listened, and you pulled right out, so be proud of yourself. My 4-year-old son now has his dad back thanks to you, and I know you might think I'm going overboard, but you helped me so much. Absolutely not, dude. I don't think you're going overboard at all. You're expressing the way you feel, and that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me, dude. I understand how it feels to be in the ringer with this crap. So, no, I don't think you're going overboard at all. I think you're just expressing exactly how you feel about your journey. And honestly, without sounding too cheesy, it's a beautiful thing. And that's very touching. It really is. It really is. And that means a lot to me. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing, dude. I don't really know what else to say to that. That is, like, no lie, that is very touching. I see a lot of people pop up in the chat and share their success. It's, that happens often, but it's not too often they go into the details like you just did. And when people actually go into the details, it makes it even more touching, because it's like I can kind of grasp the impact that I've had on somebody else's life when you get into the specifics like that. And it's very touching, dude. It really is. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you letting me know that. It makes me feel great. That's amazing. That gives me all the motivation in the world to just keep going at it. Keep going at it. Put a dent into the amount of people that deal with bullshit like this. Hey, that's awesome news, Tony. Now just keep it up. Now just keep it up and drive it home, you know what I mean? Which, I mean, obviously you have been doing. You've been on top of things, so keep it up. You're doing great, dude. I'm actually, maybe, I keep saying maybe because I'm trying to be mysterious, I might be in the process of writing a book. When that'll come out, I don't know. I don't know. If I even am writing one, right? Ooh, mystery, mysterious. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. The thing about that, though, is, guys, don't sit around and wait on a book. Right? You already know exactly what needs to be done. Don't overcomplicate it. Again, we come back to the whole don't overcomplicate it thing. A book would be a nice touch, and it would help reach a lot of people that aren't on the channel, right? But you guys on the channel here, you guys already know what's up. You know what's up. Get started, man. Get started. Stop fighting with those thoughts and feelings. Catch yourself when you're fighting with them. Turn it into so be it and live your life. I mean, some people out there are probably like, that's way too simple. Get started and you'll see for yourself. It might not be instant, but get started. I mean, why not? What do you got to lose, right? Sometimes we can go that far and we can say, what do you got to lose? Because really, what do you have to lose? It sounds simple, but you actually got to put in the work. So, but yeah, as far as the book goes, to try to reach more people that aren't on the channel, that might be something that could possibly be in the works. You never know. You never know. I'm not a huge fan of this song, so we're going to skip to something else. There we go. Another ad, dude. We just had one. We just had one, man. What do you mean, another ad? What do you mean? Let's see. What kind of music do you like? Also, sorry guys, if I get behind on comments for a second, like I said, when we do these extended streams, sometimes I have to multitask a little bit. What kind of music do I like? My favorite bands, I think it'd be easier just to tell you some of my favorite bands, because it's all sorts of music. Some of my favorite bands are Blink-182, The Front Bottoms, Modest Mouse. I'd say that's my 3 top favorite bands. Blink-182, The Front Bottoms, and Modest Mouse. Guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go watch a movie. Please stick with this man. He will literally save your life. And remember, there is no cure. Just stop chasing your thoughts. Once you get it, you get it. I appreciate you, Sam. Thank you so much for your positivity and support, dude. Much love to you. Out for a little evening walk now. Thoughts popped up and stuff, but I just made it a choice. There you go. There you go. How do you handle physical symptoms, jelly legs and feeling faint? What do you recommend for someone who has severe incapacitating physical symptoms? Now, the thing about physical symptoms is, just like when we say don't follow the thoughts down the rabbit hole, which means not to fight with them, you also don't want to fight with the thoughts, or the feelings, sorry, the physical symptoms, so to speak. So what does that look like? If not fighting with the thoughts means to notice when a thought comes and say so be it, same thing applies to the feelings. If you get up in your head and you're telling yourself horror stories about how you feel, then it starts to get complicated. You start to add all this second fear. You start to suffer more than you have to. So the same concept applies to the feelings as it does to the thoughts. Catch yourself telling yourself horror stories about these feelings and change it to so be it, right? Of course, everyone, obviously, I recommend, get a clean bill of health from your doctor, blah, blah, blah. Most of you have already done that. Maybe you just already know that you're dealing with anxiety, even if you haven't been to a doc in a while, whatever. But of course, if you want to see a doc, see a doc. But at that point, It's the same concept with the physical symptoms as it is to the thoughts. Physical symptoms, thoughts, same concept. Don't fight with them. And, you know, that means when you get a physical feeling, do not get up in your head and start telling yourself horror stories about it. Instead, keep a so be it attitude. Catch yourself fighting with the feelings just like you catch yourself fighting with the thoughts, right? Mickey, what's up? It's good to see you. Wonder Bro, thank you again. You don't know how much you mean to me, man. No, but massive respect for what you do and the time and effort you give people. Hey, Sam, thank you so much, dude. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support, man. It truly means the world to me. You have no idea. You didn't have to come in here today and spread all this love, man, but you did. So thank you so much for that. Just got a $10 tip from Jerry. Says, congrats on 10K, Chris. You deserve it. Thanks for all that you do. You've helped so many people. Here's to the next 10K. $10 tip, man. Thank you so much. Let's add that to today's tip goal. You guys have absolutely destroyed the tip goal today, and let me tell you, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. So much. Means the world to me, man. Thank you, Jerry. Let's just give a big shout out to everybody today that's tipped. Hopefully I don't miss anybody, but let's see here. Lori, Cassie, Brian, Mint, Truth Speaker, Seasonal Mommy, Denise, Paul. I believe Paul was one. I think that's everybody. I apologize if I missed you, but I believe that's everybody. Huge shout out to all these people, man. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. So you're basically adopting more of the aggressive approach, Lori, and that's fine. I've told people, you know, we've talked about this here recently, quite a bit actually, that I don't really care what attitude you adopt as long as that attitude is no longer fighting, as long as it's acceptance, right? So you're adopting more of the aggressive approach, more of the going on the offense, like hit me with your best shot. I don't care. I don't give a shit. You're going with more of the aggressive attitude, and that's fine. If that works for you, that's great. Some people prefer the more neutral attitude, which is so be it, it is what it is, little things like that, more of a calm demeanor. But, you know, whatever attitude you adopt, as long as you're not fighting, man, as long as you're not adding fear to fear, then you're good. So, but Lori coming in with the more aggressive attitude, I like it. I like it. It all works the same, man, because the end goal is the same. Do you get what I'm saying? The end goal is the same. No more fighting. Whether you're more aggressive with it or more neutral about it, it's the end goal is all the same. Red light feelings regarding it has gone through the roof. Anxiety, depression, you know, and you know you have too. Any advice on how to cope? The same advice applies, man. I know you guys get sick of hearing it. I know you get sick of hearing it, but the same advice will always apply no matter what as far as anxiety is concerned. You know, and these emotions, these feelings, these thoughts, we don't want to add gas. We don't want to pour gas on the fire. That'll always be the advice, regardless, you know, as far as our emotions are concerned, our feelings are concerned, our thoughts are concerned. The advice will never change, right? And that's to not fight with those thoughts and feelings. If you catch yourself in your head telling yourself horror stories about the feelings, change that to so be it. If you catch yourself in your head, you know, fighting with the thoughts, trying to debunk these irrational thoughts, just change it to so be it. Change it to that accepting attitude and get back to living your life. So it's not that you're denying the feelings, you're accepting them. You're just no longer fighting with them, right? Right? So the advice will never change, Harry. It doesn't change now. Keep at it, dude. You know, catch that. Catch when you're fighting with your thoughts and feelings. Turn it into acceptance, man, and give yourself time to heal, right? Again, you're not denying your thoughts and feelings. You're just no longer fighting with them. I'm very aggressive, just who I am. Well, there you go. It works. Like I said, it works. The attitude, you want to be more neutral, fine. You want to be more aggressive, fine. As long as you're not fighting with this crap anymore, then you're good. So, Lori's a bit more aggressive by nature, so hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It works. It works because the end goal's the same. You get what I'm saying there? Does everybody in chat understand what I'm saying there? The end goal's the same, so it works. The end goal's not fighting with it anymore, so either way it works. Man, again, thank you guys so much for all of your support. I just keep looking up every now and then and I see that big 10K, man, and I'm just like, couldn't have done it without these people, dude. Touches my heart. Touches my heart. I'm gonna drop the Discord link in the chat right now, guys, if you want to join us over there. One of your comments got held, Lori. Let's see. Or say if I do get a thought, etc. Who gives a shit? There you go. The YouTube bot automatically holds comments with curse words. I don't know. It's out of my control. Nothing I can do about it. Sometimes I miss them. But I was able to see that one. I made it. What's up, Annie? Woohoo! I am who I am. Yes, I get everything you say. Light bulb def went off. I egg them on anywhere and anytime. There you go. There you go, girlfriend. Hey, it works. It works. You deserve 10K and more. I do appreciate that. Hey, we're on the road, man. We're just going up from here. And like I said, I have you guys to thank for that. So give yourselves a pat on the back because you deserve it. Thanks, Chris. Much appreciated. Congrats on 10K. Here's the 10 times that. You're the man. You're the man, Harry. Thank you. And like I've been telling people today, if you're going to come in here and congratulate me on 10K, I want you to congratulate yourself too. Because if it wasn't for you individuals, you people as an individual, right? You might feel insignificant as just one person, but you got to understand you make up this channel. You might just be one person, but it's all of you together as individuals that make this channel what it is. So if you're going to congratulate me, I want you to also congratulate yourselves, because I myself, this channel would not be shit if it wasn't for you, right? So if you're going to come in here and congratulate me, I want you to also do yourself a favor and congratulate yourself. As an individual, you make a difference. You make a big difference. Might not feel that way sometimes, but you do. Believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. Wonder Bro, what's up? Sanchez says I'm here. Dude, Sanchez, it's been a minute, dude. I was starting to get worried about you. Where you been? Where you been, man? It's good to see you, dude. Welcome to our little 10K hangout party. Man, we're just chilling today. We're just relaxing. We're just soaking in the good vibes and being thankful for 10K. We're talking about our usual thing, but we're also just chilling. You know, speaking of which, let's spice up this screen a little bit just for the occasion. What do you think? What do you think, guys? I feel like that one's a little bit, I don't know. I got a better one. Yeah, I got a way better one. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. I'm at work today. I hope work's going good for you, dude. I missed you, man. I miss all my peeps when I don't see them. I'm in the heat of the moment now. Just keep working and trying not to add second fear. You got this, dude. It's all you will always have the ability to not add second fear as long as you just make the decision to do it. You either fight with the thoughts and feelings or you don't, which means you either tell yourself horror stories about the feelings and try to, I'm so burpy, and try to argue and debate with the thoughts, or you don't, right? And that's your choice, and I know you're going to make the right choice. I'm not even worried about it. Sounds like just nostalgia to me, Arnold, to be honest with you, dude. I should have thought to decorate the stream for 10K before I started streaming. I don't know. I'm kind of impulsive sometimes. I sat down and I was like, "Yes, let's stream." I should have thought to decorate the stream first for the occasion. I'm doing everything late. Oh well. Oh well. You guys know me. This is just how we roll around here. Man, this is just how we roll. Spur of the moment. That's how we've always rolled around here. That's how we've always rolled around here, man. Yeah, I mean, nostalgia has a lot to do with thinking back to the past and thinking about, oh, you know, I miss the past. It was so much better. I felt so much better back then. Blah blah blah. I had a panic attack when I was home alone a few days ago. Huge trigger for me. So I just watched videos that I usually do and kept reminding myself whatever happens, happens. And it really helped. Thank you, Wonder Bro. That is awesome. That is awesome. I know you were in here not long ago talking about that being a trigger for you, and you were pretty worried about it. So that's awesome that you actually decided to apply the advice. That is great. You applied it, and now you're starting to see a little bit of the truth here. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Got to embrace those moods, man. You got to accept those feelings, right? If you fight them, they just tend to grow stronger. It's gas to the fire, man. Gas to the fire, gas to the fire. The best way to feel better is to stop adding gas to the fire. If you want the fire to burn out, stop pouring gas on it, right? So when you catch yourself in your head fighting with your thoughts and feelings, remind yourself, so be it. You got to feel it to heal it, accept it. Stop adding gas to that fire, man. It's a practice. You need to get started. Brian! Brian, man, coming in with a $10 tip. Is that same Brian? Same Brian, right? I think. I'm not sure, man. We've missed every ad today. I keep letting the ads play on accident. Is that the same Brian? I think it is. Brian with the $10 tip, man. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate it, bro. You guys have absolutely obliterated. That's a big word. Absolutely destroyed today's tip goal. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you. Also, again, Annie, so proud of you. Brian, thank you so much for the $10 tip, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Man, you guys are awesome. You really are. Just all the love, the support, man. Whether it be through tips or just sharing the channel, getting us to 10K, the comments, just everything. Everything. Shouldn't today's tip goal be 10K? We we might be here for a while. Today's tip goal, 10K. 10K is the tip goal today, guys. I think it's just too much overcomplication and too much resistance, too much fighting with those thoughts and feelings, Arnold. Try to switch that up. When you catch yourself fighting with those thoughts and feelings, remind yourself, nah, so be it. That way you can feel it and heal it instead of just prolonging it and adding gas to the fire, you know? Getting yourself worked up. So whether, you know, someone just mentioned DPDR, you know, no matter what symptoms you're dealing with, if you're pouring gas on that fire by fighting with the way that you feel and the thoughts that you have by getting up in your head fighting with it all, you really gotta, you know, picture that analogy I keep giving. It's like a fire. You keep adding gas to it, right? It's gonna burn. It's gonna keep burning. So you're gonna heal one way or another. I believe in every single one of you. But if you want to do it the right way, let's catch ourselves fighting with our thoughts and feelings and turning that into a so be it attitude. And you might have to do that on a consistent basis. You know, it's not a one and done. You might have to actually put in the work, and that's okay because I believe in you and I know that you can do it. But what better time to get started than right now? Let's get it going. Let's get going. Yes, it was very scary, but like you said, I've tried everything else. Exactly. So you were like, fuck it. Finally, I'm just gonna have to listen to this guy. Fuck it. I've tried avoiding for so long. I can't avoid now. I've tried this and that for so long. I can't do that. You had no other choice. You're like, fuck it. Let's listen to the Wonder Bro guy. And you did it, and what do you know? What do you know? You started to see some of the truth there. You're going to see this truth even stronger as you move forward if you keep at it. Did you wake up to 10K subs? I did. It was a pleasant, pleasant thing to wake up to. It was a pleasant thing to wake up to. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, chat. It was a very, very pleasant thing to wake up to. Let's ping the Discord chat and let them know that we're still streaming. If anybody wants to come hang out. It's very, very common to overcomplicate it, Arnold, to get up there and really, really overcomplicate it. When actually all we're doing is we're making a problem out of our thoughts and feelings instead of allowing them to burn up, right? 10K! Alright, that's my boy. That's my boy. I knew Jesse would be in here eventually, man. What's up, Jesse? We did it, Jesse. What do you think, man? What do you think? We did it. What are your thoughts, Jesse? What are your thoughts? So it's funny with the anxiety thing. 1 minute I'm seeing through and laugh, and now I'm in huge practice mode, but it doesn't last as before. That's the thing, dude. You don't want to, when you're in what you call practice mode, that means that you're anxious and you're having thoughts. Don't see that as a bad thing. Don't think, oh, well, now I can't see through anything. No, you still see through it. But don't see that as a bad thing. Just because you're anxious and having thoughts, that's not a bad thing. It's just retraining time. So now it's time to put in the work and not fight with it and not add to it. It's not a bad thing. It's not that you can't see through it anymore. It's just your nerves are releasing. It's burning up. It's burning itself up. So it's definitely not a bad thing. You're still doing the work. You're still doing the practice. So that's what matters, not how you feel. How's thing going on your end, Chris? Is stuff settled with you? I try to keep you guys updated as I get updates. But as far as like my grandfather passing and maybe having to find a new home, the only update that I really got on myself and all of that is that we might, and this is a big might, we might be able to get the mortgage modified. And if that happens, I can save my childhood home. If that doesn't happen, we're more than likely definitely going to have to find a new place to live. So either way, it's going to be okay. But even while we're still here, even if, if we have to find a new place, if we can't get the mortgage modified, I still got to keep the lights on here. So the fact that you guys contributed as much as you did back when everything originally went down is still helping me a lot today, because regardless, like I said, whether we get the mortgage modified or not, find a new home or not, I've still got to keep the lights on here in the meantime. So you guys have really helped me during this time of need. But that's really the only update that I got. Everything is pretty much the same. We're just doing a lot of little shit each day, trying to get little things done. There's nothing really huge to update you guys on just yet, but we'll see how it happens. We'll see how it turns out in the end. But yeah, that's really all I got for you right now, Harry. Oh snap, we hit 10K. We hit 10K, Sanchez. This is a 10K celebration. I've been sending people your way. Well, hey, maybe your people is what pushed us over the 10K mark, Jesse. So we did it, man. We did it. 10K, baby. What's up, Michael? What's up, dude? What's up, man? You guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome. I just want you to know that. Hey, I'm glad you went through your doc for that, Lori. That was responsible of you, and that's what you should always do when talking about medication. You should always talk to your doctor. But hey, I'm here for you. Support you all the way through it. Channel will always be here for you guys. All these videos, they're not going anywhere. They're always going to be right up on my channel. As long as it's in my control, these videos will always be here, right? It's easy to overcomplicate sometimes, Arnold. Sometimes that's the biggest hurdle right there, dude. How to remember to accept instead of fight. Remember, it's as simple as catching yourself fighting. It's as simple as catching yourself fighting and turning it into so be it. So it's very simple, but it takes you actually doing that. Let's see, I'm trying to look for a particular song. I have no clue. I think we've lost it. Oh well, we'll just go with this one. Party at Wonder Bros crib. I got the keg. Is happiness beyond thoughts? I wouldn't say happiness is beyond thoughts. I would say happiness is beyond fighting with thoughts, because thoughts do happen. Feelings do happen. Happiness is beyond fighting with it, because when you fight with it, that's when you suffer, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say happiness is beyond thoughts. I would say happiness is beyond fighting with your thoughts and feelings. To notice your thoughts and feelings, to remind yourself, so be it, I accept, right? And I'm not going to add suffering to it. I'm not going to fight with it. So I would say happiness is beyond fighting with thoughts. Since you had 10K, it's time to start watching Game of Thrones. You think that's how I should celebrate, Jesse? Tonight, maybe put on some Game of Thrones, right? Hope all goes well. Never forget your vacate for your family got your back. Thank you for that, Harry. I'm very grateful for everybody that got here for this community. Obviously, doing YouTube is something I've been very passionate about, and you guys are the reason that I can continue to do that, right? You guys are the reason that I can continue to do this on a daily basis and live out basically my dream to help people and to do YouTube. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do that. So I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I see this moment as good to practice. As I said, thanks to you, I'm going back to work full time. That's awesome, dude. Before I used to go 2 hours a day. Hey, that is awesome, dude. Congrats, Pooty. Keep it up, man. Hey, Giant. Dude, Giant, thank you so much for the $10 tip, man. You guys have absolutely destroyed the tip goal today, and you continue to do so. Thank you guys so much, man. So much. I can hardly keep up with everybody that is tipped today, dude, but seriously, thank you so much. That is amazing. Let It Be from the Beatles. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. That pretty much sums it up, right, Lori? Good point, Jesse. Good point. Lost and found. Unaware. Because it's better than a fight, right, Mint? Because where's a fight gonna get you? And don't base your belief off of the way that you feel, right? Because at least you're not fighting. Have I ever personally known someone with anxiety, like a friend or family member that's related to me? My dad had a bit of anxiety and depression. I mean, I've known plenty of like friends and family that have anxiety, like have had bouts of anxiety or depression. I don't know about full-blown sensitization, like full-blown nervous like breakdown or anything, but which nervous breakdown sounds way too terrifying. It's basically just very tired nerves. Have I personally known anyone with very tired nerves, like sensitized nerves? I don't think so. Not in my personal life. I've known people that, you know, have experienced anxiety and depression. I think we all have. Um, but as far as sensitization goes, I really don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they did and I just didn't know it. I don't know. Wonder Bro, before you leave your house, make a video outside on porch like your old school vids. Dude, I should go back to some old school vids. Maybe for a 10K thing. Whatever will be, it will be. I love it, AC. Yeah, now you've got me kind of curious too, Brian. Now, as far as knowing people that have been sensitized that are not necessarily in my personal life, I know lots. I know 10,000 people. Oh, you see what I did there? You guys see what I did there? Was my nerve sensitized? Full blown. Full blown. I was pissing in 2-liter bottles and couldn't get out of bed. But that was all due to my own lack of knowledge of acceptance. That was all due to intense, very intense second fear that most people don't even experience because, you know, I would definitely put myself on the more severe scale of the sensitized slope. So, but now that you guys are here, you know all about acceptance. Don't worry about it. Just get going. You guys got to understand the only reason that I was in as worse shape as I was is because I didn't know anything about acceptance and I was a bit extreme. I was a bit extreme with the way that I added second fear. Like it just all the stars aligned and I was like I was extreme with it. I was extreme with the second fear. So you guys don't have to worry about ever ending up like that. Especially not now. If I knew about acceptance back then, I would have never ended up like that. So you have no excuse. You literally have no excuse. Just by the fact that you know what acceptance is and you know what's going on, you won't end up like that. Just by knowing what's going on, you won't end up like that. I didn't even know it was anxiety when it first all started. Then I knew it was anxiety and I still didn't know about acceptance, so I was still, you know, shit ton of second fear. But my main point is, I don't really like to share my story a whole lot. I mean, I do so that people can relate to me, but I don't like to share it a whole lot because it freaks some people out. But you got to understand, you don't have to be freaked out about it because you know about acceptance now, so you have no excuses. And just by knowing about acceptance, just by knowing what's going on with you, you're not going to end up like that. You're already on your way, so doesn't matter. How bad do these bad past memories haunt you. They don't haunt me because I could care less now. See, that's the thing about acceptance. Once you heal those nerves, you could care less. You could care less. Once you heal those nerves, you could care less because your nerves aren't blowing everything up anymore. This is a long stream. It's awesome, man. I'm going at it, dude. I promised you guys we'd do a long stream for 10K, so here we are. Yeah, Jesse was doing the same shit I was doing, so he could kind of relate to me on a very deep level. Yep, that's how it happens, Lori. That's how it happens for a lot of people. You know, thankfully not everybody is that severe, right? But the fact that, you know, I was that severe teaches you that whether you're that severe or not that severe, it doesn't matter. You can heal. That's a beautiful thing. Alright guys, I'm going to go take a bathroom break. We put in about another hour here. I'm going to go take a bathroom break, do a few quick things, and I will be right back. Enjoy the chat, and yeah, I'll be back. What is up, peeps? Alright, it's gonna be a bit dark in here. There we go. Where are we at in chat? AC says, one question I have is how fast can one become sensitized? I personally became sensitized after one particular panic attack. So it's not necessarily that you became sensitized right after that panic attack. It's that that panic attack happened and it probably led to a lot of overthinking, a lot of fighting, right? Key there. Fighting with the thoughts and feelings, correct? And then that kind of kept you in that anxious state for a while, and eventually that wore the nerves down. So it's not necessarily that the nerves broke down all in one day. It's that you had the panic attack, probably led to a lot of fighting with the thoughts and feelings, which kept you feeling pretty crappy, which wore on the nerves, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense? I call my inner child Laffy Taffy. Nice. Gotta go eat dinner now. Bye. Thanks for the stream. See you, Mint. Hope you enjoy your dinner. We got some people talking about some sports. Okay. Lori's got that aggressive attitude, and I dig it. I dig it. AC coming in with the $10 tip, says well deserved 10K, big bro. Thank you so much, AC. Thank you. I can't even keep up with everybody that's sending tips today, man. It's been crazy. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it, guys. You have no idea. Thank you so much. Let me check something just really quick. Yeah, let's show all of our tippers some love in the chat real quick, guys. There's been a lot of them today, man. It's hard to keep up with. Show them some love, man. Show them some love. I do like Lori's attitude. I really do. But see, either way works. Whether you're more neutral or whether you're more aggressive, either way works. Because at the end of the day, you're not fighting, so... Some people like the more aggressive standpoint, some people prefer the more neutral, laid-back standpoint, but... Either way, man. Either way. Laffy Taffy. I love it. Have I personally read the book Dare? I haven't. I've skimmed through it a little bit just so I could get more knowledge on it because a lot of people bring it up. I haven't read it from front to back, no. Do I agree with it? Yes, because it's basically just acceptance. Now, I guarantee their sales are going to skyrocket because people think they're going to hear that magical phrase, right? Oh, we got to go get the Dare method. Understand that acceptance is acceptance, guys, and that's why I say whether you go with the more neutral attitude or whether you go with the more aggressive attitude, we've talked about both here on the channel. Whether you go, whichever one you go with doesn't matter, as long as that accepting, not fighting concept is there, right? As long as that practice is there, right? As long as that is there. It doesn't matter if you go with the more neutral attitude or a more aggressive attitude. As long as the concept of not fighting is introduced and then practiced, right? That's what matters. Stop looking for the magical phrase because it doesn't exist. It's either you do or do not, right? So while you're terrified and you're having these thoughts and feelings, stop fighting with them. Don't tell yourself horror stories about the feelings. That's fighting. Don't try to debunk the thoughts. That's fighting with these irrational thoughts. As long as that concept of not fighting is introduced and then practiced, doesn't really matter what your attitude is. Whether it's more aggressive or more neutral, irrelevant, right? Wonder book. You never know. You never know. That could be in the process. Do I have any hobbies? I'm a gamer. I'm a pretty big gamer. I do like gaming. Um, I don't want to say music because unless you're playing music, I don't think listening to music's a hobby. But if it is, there you go. I like to do a little bit of art from time to time too. I used to draw a lot more than I do now, but I'm still a fan. I'd say my biggest hobby is probably gaming. Probably gaming. There's one. Okay. There we go. Dog breeding, nice. Yeah, I've seen your videos, Jesse, over on the Discord. You got some big puppies. You got some big puppies. I love bodybuilding and MMA. Well, there you go. That explains Lori's aggressive standpoint as far as recovery is concerned. She could probably kick my ass. She could probably kick my ass, so. Is someone chain smoking? I am chain smoking, and will probably continue to for the rest of this stream, man. 10K, let's burn those lungs up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do not start smoking. It's not a good idea. You will regret it. It's a bad habit. I be playing Minecraft. I do love me some Minecraft. I also like my sugar mama. Jesse and his sugar mama, man. Alan Watts was a pretty big smoker, yeah. I love me some Watts, dude. I love me some Watts, man. Which most of you guys, if you've been here for a while, you already know I'm a pretty big Alan Watts fanboy. Hood MMA. Skyrim and Fallout 76. Dude, I can't even begin to imagine how many hours I've put into Skyrim alone. I was on a pretty big Fallout 76 kick for a while and it kind of wore off, but Skyrim on the other hand, I've played that game, oh my god, I can't even begin to imagine how many hours I've put into Skyrim. Like, it's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Some people bringing up the Discord. You guys want me to drop that link? You know I'll drop that link. You know I'll drop that link, man. There we go, guys. Discord link at the chat if you want to join up. It's completely free. We do a lot more shit on the Discord than just talk about anxiety, man. There's a channel on the Discord for just about everything. Anything and everything. You name it, we got it on the Discord. What time is it for me? It's about 4 p.m. almost. I've not ate yet. Gonna fix myself something. Go eat, Mickey. What are you gonna fix yourself? I just crammed down 2 hot dogs earlier on stream, so I'm good for a bit. I'm good for a bit. What do you prefer, Nord, Dark Elf? I cannot pronounce that. The class that I always go with on, well, not class, but I always go with, and I know this is gonna sound so cliche, but I always go with either Nord or Dark Elf. When I was younger and I would play like RPG style games, I always went with like a Berserker class. I would always do like the Nord and the, you know, two-handed, work on the two-handed skill. As I grew up and my tastes kind of, you know, got a little bit more unique, I started to go with like mage builds. Like to go with like Dark Elf mage builds. Wonder bro, where are you from? I'm in the States. I'm on the East Coast. And then there came a point where I really enjoyed playing as archer classes too. Doing a little bit of archery. I enjoyed that for a bit. But yeah, I normally did like two-handed Berserker classes, and then I eventually got to the point where I was doing a lot of like Dark Elf mage builds. So, hold on just a second, guys, okay? Hello, people. Sorry about the sudden and abrupt interruption, but these things happen when you're streaming for 3, 4+ hours. I warned you guys. I warned you guys. People around here are not used to me streaming for 3 hours at a time, so sometimes I get interruptions. I apologize. Who's still with me, chat? Speak up. Who's still with me? I just wrapped up Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Good game. I love all the Tomb Raider games. Fun fact, I'm a pretty big Tomb Raider fanboy. My favorite game series is Silent Hill, though, hands down. I've got several Silent Hill tattoos. Does that qualify me as a fanboy? I think it does. I absolutely love Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 and 3, favorite games of all time. I'll never be able to choose between Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 3, but definitely some of my favorite games of all time. I'm with you. So you're a Tomb Raider fan too, or Silent Hill? Something quick, a turkey sandwich. I love sandwiches. It's my favorite quick food. Sandwiches are great, dude. Sandwiches save the day. They literally do. If you're ever struggling, man, you just need a loaf of bread and some peanut butter. Maybe not peanut butter. I don't know how long. That would probably get old pretty quick. But sandwiches in general, though, can be lifesavers. Is this an ad or a song? Okay, it's a song. But it's a song I don't want to listen to. No worries, brought you guys to the kitchen with me. That's what's up, Mickey. Me, are you guys referring to being fans of the Tomb Raider series or Silent Hill? Because I rarely ever get the chance to meet Silent Hill fans. Back when I used to do gaming content on the channel, before I cleaned the channel up and removed everything that wasn't mental health related, I used to have videos on Silent Hill, actually. I made like a little short documentary about Silent Hill and the way that it infected. I'm tongue-tied, man. The way that it impacted me, the way that it affected me, and why I love the series so much. Did it die? Yay, 10K, baby! 10K, Elliot, what's up, dude? Hope you're having a good day, man. That's right. That's right. We're at that big 10K. We're at that big 10K, man. Feels good, doesn't it? Did it die? That's so catchy, dude. Silent Hill sounds dope. Love scary games. Silent Hill's awesome. Silent Hill's awesome. Like I said, I can't really choose between 2 and 3 because I'm just like so passionate about both of them. 20K next, man. 20K. 20K. Right around the corner. There's no stopping us, chat. There's no stopping us, man. It's just up from here, dude. It really is. It's just up from here. Bye for now. Keep positive, guys. See you later, Brian. Thank you for your tip, dude. Unaware. not to offend anyone, but how do you Americans eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which is jam, I think, here in the UK? Not to offend anyone myself, but I'm not a huge fan of jelly, jam, whatever. If I'm gonna eat a peanut butter sandwich, it's just gonna be straight peanut butter, or marshmallow. I'll put like some marshmallow fluff on that bitch. That's good. Marshmallow fluff and peanut butter, delicious. But talk about a choking hazard, Jesus. Always you sitting there chewing for like 30 minutes. But nah, like I'm just not a huge fan of jelly or jam or whatever. I like straight peanut butter. So I can't really answer that. I'm not sure how people eat it if they like jam. Just never been a fan. Yes, fluff and peanut butter. You've never had marshmallows, dude? No way, I don't believe it. I don't believe you. You've had to have had marshmallow at some point in your life, right? I'm not gonna go out and say you're missing out or anything. Like, I don't think it's the greatest thing ever made, but marshmallow's good, dude. Like, you're not missing much, I guess, but it's good. It's definitely good. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down here, man. We've been going for almost 4 hours now. For 4 hours. I am gonna shut it down here, guys, because there's things I do need to get done today. A lot going on in my life as of late. So I am gonna shut it down here. It's been an awesome 10K hangout, man. Thank you so much for 10K subscribers. I love you guys. I really, really do. I'm sure I'll see you over on the Discord, but thank you guys so much for everything. Again, shout out for 10K, man. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And yeah, man, I'm gonna get on, get some things done, and I appreciate you. Just know that I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm thankful for you, and I will see you soon. Thank you again so much for 10K. I love you. I love you. We've been going, let's see, let's get the exact stream time. 3 hours, 32 minutes, and 24 seconds. So almost 4 hours. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. And until next time, as always, stay awesome.